had enough of every melody. They all sound the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy. But maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, my darkest memories, now let me fall back.
You live on your Twitch, empty?
Would you be there, ready
No, I mean,
to
sorry.
rescue me if I go out of track?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
live.
he is. Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
get away with it.
I'm just about to host the
'Cause you
channel.
make me love my imperfections, answer all my
I'll mute my mic for now.
questions, just to show me
Did you tweet about it, strangers? Or you can retweet?
other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. Do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good.
Strangers?
I'm doing it now. It automatically does it, but it failed for whatever reason, so I gotta do it myself.
Don't do the default, like, oh, I'm live on Twitch, that it does, like, automatically.
I can put it in the partner content if you want. In Nestverse.
Oh, baby.
What's on the other
Sounds
side of
spicy.
inhibition? Ooh, I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so cool.
So as soon as people can see me, I'm stopping.
Oh, yeah.
Just showing my face right
Abusa, I'll do the intro. You don't gotta worry about that.
Do I need the dock open? I haven't looked. You know, I'm just going.
They cannot hear it, right, on that screen that you were.
We can, yeah.
I think they can, yeah. I gotta figure out voice meter later. I tried, but I haven't used it in a year or two.
Well, you basically have to mute us completely and then just think, okay, guys, we're ready. Type of thing.
There's a
The
way.
way you can do it.
There's a way to use voice meter, and you can separate the audio. That's how I used to do it.
Yeah, but the simple way is just go, okay, guys, just we'll be ready in 5, you know?
Okay. Okay, guys, we'll be ready in 5. We'll be ready in 3.
Fucking hell, dude! This is the rubber fucking American / Canadian warrior, huh? Holy shit.
Ooh, some of this stuff's juicy. Can anybody hear me right now?
We gotta hit with the ad in the dev stream, so I'm gonna wait for this ad to finish. Hey, what up, Flippy Flop, though? This is Stranger or Big Moose, and I'm here with a new podcast. We call it Cutting to the Core, Episode 1. We're here with Abusa, the bussin' legend himself. It's Mike. You already know who he is. He needs no introduction. And the rat of all rats, the EU God Gamer, whatever you want to call him, Pred Tester, Empty.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, boys?
Hey folks, so today we're here to talk about Vault in the past 2 dev streams. I don't know if this might be super scuffed for one intro. You guys still can't see what I'm talking about, but it's here. I promise. Yeah, so we're doing it in 3 acts just like how we used to do, just to give a little bit of structure. So Act 1, we're talking about dev stream number 1. Act 2, we're going to be talking about reflecting about what's to come and all that. And Act 3 was going to be about dev stream number 2. That unfortunately got canceled today. However, we did get a little bit of something thanks to the partner, Easy Ed. Yeah. So, folks, I want to talk about free-to-play. We have to start with it. You know how it is. We'll play this in the background there. I don't know if we're going to have cameras.
I haven't seen everybody a lot of
because it just looks super scuffed, but we're going to roll with it for now.
Dude, it looks great.
Yeah, okay. So, what do you guys think about free-to-play? Initial thoughts when you think about it?
Great. That's
Great?
my initial thoughts. I think when I hear that, I think a lot of people. I also think a lot of alts. Those are the 2 things I think of.
A lot of faults?
No,
Okay.
a lot of alt accounts.
Oh, geez. We're talking Smurfs?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
How's that gonna work?
I think people are just going to make Smurfs. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I think we're just going to...
But Armor mentioned something which we'll be discussing later anyway, is that if you make an alt account and you're not a dickhead and you just play on this alt account, if you do really well and you got like 20-0, the matchmaking system is going to notice that and it's going to push you way up there. So you're going to be in the top elo again if you're a top elo player anyway.
Yeah, it's something that League also does. It will put you in what they call a Smurf queue.
Okay. So you'll actually be put in...
Yeah. So you'll basically get boosted in a sense, and as long as you can continue to win, you'll stay in that. But if you get boosted and then you lose, it'll drop you a little bit and go, okay, maybe you weren't that good.
Okay. On a side note, we got the 1-up coming up there. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm sure everyone's heard it at this point. If you're part of this community still, you still know what this is. A boost is looking sexy of Norwegian, I gotta admit. Yeah, we're gonna try to get the webcams to work a bit better, but right now it's just so scuffed, guys. That's just anyway. We'll get it working for another stream to make it look a bit better, but that's just how it is. 1-up. So I didn't know 1-up was coming, so I'm actually gonna be honest. Someone told me like a year and a half ago, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but they went, haha, Stranger, do you know that there was gonna be a movie? And I went, yeah, right. Like, you're lying to me. Like, you're obviously just memeing. Like, people try to like pretend that they know more, and that ended up being true, which is actually kind of nuts, because like, I work in the TV and film industry, and to be able to get into this is just such a big deal. And they got Lionsgate as a distributor, and you can guarantee that this movie's going to see 2 million people. 2 million different people are going to watch that, and if you take 0.1% of 2 million people, that's 1,000 players, or 2,000 players, sorry. So we're talking, if they can capture 0.1% of the audience from 1-up to try the game, just try it, we can see an increase in player base by over 1,000%. Think about how fucked that is. That's 0.1% of that audience. And that's not including the Epic Games. That's not including free-to-play. Like, I did out the math before this. I did. So, what that means is we're going to see a lot of more Smurfs. and we're gonna have a lot of new people that are new or old to Paragon, and either way, they're gonna forget what a MOBA is, and they're gonna run around like it's Overwatch, and that's gonna be when Obusa gets to Masters. It's gonna be when the new players come in, because he's gonna be dumpstering on them, guaranteed.
Yeah.
You mean
I'm already primed and ready to go. I've been practicing for like 740 days.
Holy shit.
Nice.
So, like, did you guys know about those numbers? That 0.1% of, like, probably the target, if we went with 2 million people, that is 2,000 players? And, like...
Either way, I just knew the hype was going to be enough, you know? Just the fact that a lot of people that look at it from 10,000 feet up, they have no idea, like, who's got more money or who's got more players or who's got more hype. They just only know what they have seen, screenshots of the game pretty much, and what their friends think. And then when you hear, well, Fault was in this movie, and then you look at that, regardless of how you feel about the movie, I mean, you look at it, it's a professional movie, like it's a real deal movie that a lot of people are going to see. It's going to randomly come up in people's queues before they go to sleep, and they just turn it on, and all this other stuff. Like, a lot of people are going to get exposed to it.
Have you guys actually seen it yet?
I've watched it, yes. I watched it yeah.
I've not seen it yet. But
So Bruce is the only one who hasn't then, okay. I actually thought, as just a one-off American kind of film, because obviously it's got a lot of American tendencies in it, right?
Yeah.
It was a pleasant watch. Obviously, it was an added pleasant watch because we are used to the game that is in the film.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think, like, now, don't get me wrong, the movie wasn't a 10 out of 10. Like, oh my goodness, not even close. But the movie, you could tell that the movie was designed to be like a 5 or 6 out of 10. And I think it nailed that. Like, it was actually quite good with... its dialogue was very flavorful, is a good word. And that, I think, was actually my favorite part of it. And that also seeing the animation. I'm telling you, if you want to watch One Up and you're part of Fall community, if there's any reason to watch it, it's going to be for the animation of the heroes in the game. It's amazing. It looks like it's $1 million job on just animating the heroes. It's actually insane what they do with Iggy and Scorch in there, and what they do with Countess and Murdoch. Like, it's absurd. So there's that.
And is that stuff they did like post-production themselves, or is like that's something where they were like, all right, like,
no,
how did that work?
They definitely had animators do it. So it was just part of the post-production budget for the film, and they just had animators do it, like professional editors and animators. Yeah.
That still shows you the potential.
But what's really cool is the company so BuzzFeed ended up using a third-party company for this, and the third-party company they used is a brand new company, and the first thing they ever animated was the Fault game. And the Fault game actually gave them the avenue to get onto this BuzzFeed movie, and vice versa. So
Reverb says that he knows all about the animation. But I guess we'll have to see.
No, Reverb not coming on, bro. Not right now. It's first time. You can come on as a guest another time.
No, I was just gonna have us tell him to tell us.
Yeah, so about the animation
in the chat.
The team that made the team that made the animations for the movie is the team that has already made animations for Fault. It's the Grim trailer, the Decker trailer, the Gadget.
Yeah, the Grim and Decker trailer was sick.
Those animations were made by the people who also made animations in the movie. And they apparently are still working with them, is what I heard. They might still get some things going. So that's pretty neat. For me, the movie, I cannot say I enjoyed it, but I definitely watched way more cringe movies that I had to stop myself from watching. Like, that movie, I didn't need to stop myself from watching because it wasn't that cringe. It's not saying that it wasn't cringe, because it was, but it wasn't cringe to a point where you'd stop a movie, you know? I don't know if you guys ever, like, felt like watching a movie and you just had to stop it because it was like, it's a bit too much.
Okay.
Is it a little self-depreciating though? You know, like kind of just playful. You know, is that kind of the angle they went with it, or because that's what Stranger was just making it sound like?
No.
The
movie's not focused on the game. That's for sure.
You're gonna need to do some digging to realize what the game is and how to get to play it. So that is gonna drive people away from searching stuff like that. But people who like the game from what they showed, they will actually do those 3 steps to look and maybe find the game.
Well, from what I'm aware of, BuzzFeed already did the article, right?
Yeah, they
but
did.
Lionsgate, etc., will have some sort of information about Fault in whatever
they're gonna
decide to do.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys something that I've worked in TV and film, and I've actually worked with Lionsgate before in Canada on a TV show. I can tell you for a fact that there's no way they're not going to set up like some kind of, it's kind of like an interview, but not really. I forget exactly like a promo shoot. They're going to set up like a promo shoot, if anyone knows what that is. And I wouldn't be surprised if in SMS's back pockets they were invited to that, as they helped build this game. They couldn't make this movie without Fault, and vice versa, which is pretty awesome. So, Lionsgate's massive. Everyone knows Lionsgate. Everyone's seen a movie where Lionsgate is involved.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty cool. Kind of get invited to not a Chance Blub, sorry, or J Wall, whatever your name is. At least not this time around. Why is it not out then? It is out. It's out. You can watch the movie, and I think it officially comes out in North America tomorrow. So I'm not sure, but it's out in like Australia, I think, right now. It got like a week early access or something. So what's our next point there, folks? So we got that. So we also have Balix. Balix made a debut on this dev stream. Hang on, can we see Balix? 1 second. Oh my gosh!
But it was nice to and obviously because I know Armour said he's obviously he was on with Ed today, but there's got to be more devs that are going to be involved in some of these streams, because Ryan's great, but it's nice to have that mix it up a little bit, because Ryan's a bit monotone. He doesn't have that kind of like hypiness behind his voice, but that's just because that's Ryan and he's not pretending to be anything he's not.
Sorry,
and he's stoned the fuck off his tits, But Balix had that like kind of jokiness, that banter, that kind of speed. Let's go through these points, that type of thing.
Yep.
Also, I'm just gonna throw it out there, okay? I just have to do it. Listen, how many times? And I know someone told me today to fuck off and just to stop asking, but that only incited me more to ask more. So I need them to understand that. Because I went on a little mental boom earlier today while I was at work. Anyway, why can't we get a founder to at least make a voice appearance? Now, I'm not talking face cam. I'm just talking, say, hello, I'm your lead guy of whatever. You know what I mean?
I don't necessarily think that's important. There's a lot of people who own a company who you will never, ever see or hear of. Like, man, it's not that important.
It's really anyway. Not. It's really not at the end of the day. Like, but
that's why these people at the top employ people to be the face.
That's why they have Ryan Red. I get it. But it's just
some of them just socially don't want to do it. They just generally don't want to do it.
I get it. I'm not asking them to do it like every dev stream. I'm just asking them to make an appearance once when the game goes full release or something. You know what I mean? Like everyone does that. If I go watch E3, you're gonna see the CEO of Xbox make an appearance, and it's gonna be the one and only time he does. So, but like it's just something that adds a bit of connection. When you add a face to the game, it's really important. So, I mean, but anyway, I get it. They're just not every company has to do that, but I would personally love to see that. I think it really adds a nice touch, and I don't think it would hurt
in the future. I mean, obviously, I'm just assuming, but and maybe I'm kind of seeing it from too big of a picture. But like some devs just don't want to. And
I get that. But if you're the boss,
a voice would be fine. I mean, a voice would be fine, right?
Yeah, like if you're big boss man, like it's kind of unheard of to not hear, especially in an indie grassroots game. But it just feels weird. It feels weird that they're so against it. So, anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
I think that just comes down to they're just too busy. Like, the peons have got to do all that stuff, No
one's too busy to make 30 minutes. But I get it.
think it's probably just more of like they're above the gaming and the community. You know what I mean? Like they just got a lot of money and they're looking at this.
I don't think they think they're fucking gods, you know?
Yeah, no. I don't think they're gods, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just imagining myself. I've got all this money. Some guy, my son's friend, convinced me to invest in this freaking game. Like, let's just do it, you know? Like, fine, but I don't necessarily want to be that involved with it, right? Like, some people are just private.
I think the main thing is that these devs work 8 hours or more every day, and like 8 hours are already a lot of time on the game, right? Like just working on it. So like having to do other stuff on the game, like it just gets annoying for them.
Oh, I get it, right? Like you want to just be able to do your day job and go home and let the people that are employed do their job, which. Because it's not like they have to, right? Like, there's nothing, and I'm not saying like it's a huge deal. I don't want to go too much on it because it's just whatever. But
yeah, and just to kind of my finishing notes on it is, so I own a computer shop and I look at a screen all day, and people think, oh, you're just sitting in front of a computer all day. You know, you can't be tired. Yes, you can be mentally tired.
Yeah, you can.
And sometimes you just, I don't want to do a stream. I just need to switch off. I need to go rest. I need to come away from the computer, especially if you work in computers.
Not
so
even
you
just
can be
the computer, but the game too. Like,
yeah. You're not gonna hop on and play fucking 4 hours of Fall when you've been developing it all day.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, because obviously it's whatever. It's a boring topic. Listen, Iggy. We heard it. Where is it, bro? Does anyone have a timestamp of where Balix just outright leaked Iggy and FaZe getting released?
Well, Armored. You grab it to you.
I think it's about 22 to 24 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look.
There's actually a clip. There's actually a clip. One second.
Yeah, there's a clip. Yeah.
Oh, let's find it. Hang on.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, it's not just Balix. Ed did as well. So.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah.
I was gonna say Arma tried to hide it, but it's already.
I'll put it in Discord.
Nice. Mike's the true hero here. Yeah, can't hide from us.
But it's one of those things that it's in the film. People know it's coming because we know
it's coming back with
the
Iggy.
character has to be edited to be put in the film.
Iggy,
so it has to be in the engine.
Iggy,
has to be working to be in the film.
Very nice.
When will he come? I mean, Balix says obviously there's going to be a mastery race for him. How they're going to do it, because obviously they're going to look at the last mastery race and go, okay, well, we want to do this a little bit different because it was just do bots and you got it, which isn't fun.
Mike Zero. Okay, yeah, I see that. Sorry, Mike.
What? I wasn't introduced? Fuck you.
You were. I swear you were introduced, bro.
He was.
Yeah.
And he also said something.
Good. Okay, good.
But from the release, obviously it's gonna be the next patch. So not the free to play patch. It's gonna be more than likely the next patch, maybe, right? Or the patch after that. It's gonna be very soon.
It's gonna be 0.18.
I thought he was coming out like. Of course, I don't have any inside information or anything, but just the way people were talking and like the community's always claiming they know this and that, and just from all angles, I'm just hearing Iggy, and I was like, dude, he's coming out like this weekend. I thought he was coming out basically at the dev stream.
If it's not super late July, it's almost guaranteed August.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really a leak because like because everyone in the community, besides probably 10 people, know that Iggy's on their way. But it's just like, man, like the fact that listen, this is my grind and my gears here, okay? Iggy's in the trailer. Iggy's in the movie. Iggy has the main animation in the movie. Yeah, we obviously know Iggy. Everyone knows Iggy's coming. There's nothing you can do just hide it anymore. So instead of going, no, Iggy's not coming, we'll tell you when the next hero's coming though. Just be like, yeah, man, Iggy's coming. I'll let you know. It's not going to come right away, but it's coming in a month. Stop trying to dodge it and downplay it. Like, nah, it ain't Iggy, but there is a hero coming though. Like, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it, bro. Just like when the cat's out of the bag, don't try to put it back in the bag.
I feel like Iggy's gonna get scorched by casters. That's the way I feel. I feel like he's just gonna be so easy to kill. I just when I think about Iggy, I don't see him just being much of a threat. I see myself coming out of the fog wall and just murking that guy.
Mm.
Don't you remember he's got a thing where he slaps the floor though and puts the oil down, and so you don't know his kit yet. You don't know what they've done with his kit.
And they have changed his kit in Paragon 3 times.
You don't know how strong the turrets are going to be yet.
His ult will be probably better than Gadget's ult.
Yeah. Well, we know it's... Well, I say no. It could be hinted at, because you won't know this, Booster, because you haven't seen the film yet. Iggy has the flamethrower ulti in the film, right?
We know that.
So we probably know that's going to be the one in the game, because that's the one that was coded into the engine, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was the best version of the ulti, by the way.
You think so?
There's nothing more satisfying than a fucking mini dragon breathing fire than just throwing turrets down, pressing a button, and then they go super big. Yeah. Like, that's just boring.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Iggy. I think Iggy's gonna be nuts on release, and like not because like the history of Fault is that every hero's nuts on release, but because like those turrets in Paragon, if you were stuck in those turrets, they did the most DPS out of any hero in the game. Period.
That's true.
And like Fault just always turns whatever Paragon did from a 5 into a 12. Like that's just what they do with every kit, and which I would agree makes it more fun, to be honest. But so I think Iggy turrets are going to be nuts. Now, the thing is though, is Iggy is going to have to be an offlaner. I just don't see how. You know, Iggy's not going to play jungle, even though in 1-Up she does, or he and she does.
But you just kind of hang out on your side of the river. You throw your turrets out there to get some. No,
I don't know. Like it depends on the health of the turrets, I guess.
I'm just wondering, what are you building on him? Is he like an all green? Is he going to be all green, or is he going to be like? Am I building Arc Amp, Eldritch Flame? You know, like is he ability based? I don't
know. We'll have to wait and see. My guess is that. Iggy's gonna be a mostly tank. It's gonna be a lot of tank with like Eldritch Flame or Matter Limiter. It's gonna be something weird like that. So like you're not really doing damage, but like you have the 1 or 2 items.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
well, the biggest thought and concern is, will Iggy's turrets work with Matlim and Eldritch Flame?
I hope so. Look at Arma in the chat saying they should.
It might tick like once, though. They're not going to tick like every single.
Sorry, Balix.
Well, it would just refresh the duration every hit, I would assume.
That would be nuts, actually.
I think it'd be like Greystone's Q. Doesn't the Greystone's Q... Let's just say I built Eldritch Flame on Greystone, which you should never do, but let's just say I did, and I hit his Q. Boom, boom, boom. Like every 3 times, you know, every time that little Q ticks on him, I'm not getting a new Eldritch Flame, am I?
You know what's going to be something really cool? Are we going to be able to place turrets through walls like a Gideon Q?
No way.
Could you imagine? You place a turret.
I would assume so, because that would be. I'm gonna be honest. That would be a whole system thing that they would need to do with targeting AOE target, because like the way you're gonna place it there, it has to be like a thing on the ground, like a git queue, right?
That's a good point.
It has to be the same targeting. Them not doing that would mean like it would be a whole new system, and maybe I just don't see it. There's no new system for Kallari Stealth, so I'm just saying I'm a bit hopeless on that thing.
I mean, I hope you can. It could get a bit cancer with time. Like people are obviously going to find ways to cheese it.
Yeah, but you could say that's as cancerous as a gadget line over the wall, and we're fine with that.
That's true. We are.
So it has to be one rule for everyone, right? And obviously, we don't know yet whether the turrets will be, you know, just have a health. Will they have like ticks like a ward? We don't know that information yet. It's not concrete, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go. And Iggy's kit was reworked 3 times in Paragon, so with like at least 8 different ability
They have a lot
animations.
of
So,
animations.
yeah.
They have a lot of animations to work with.
So you never know. You never know. All right. Next point there. We got the gym. So what is the gym? Like, it was mentioned that it's like, yeah, it's a training mode. Like you're going to the gym. But instead
You
of
played Smite?
yeah.
Do you know in Smite where you can like jump into that like mini arena, level up abilities, get items, and like punch a punching bag?
Yeah.
That's what I would imagine it would be like.
Mm.
So you can
I
go
can
test
also-
builds, test
Playground
stuff,
mode or something.
Yeah.
I can only hope it's like Smite, because Smite gives you
Well, the
the
devs in chat just said it
opportunities.
is, so yeah, it is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the Smite one has like opportunities where you can just change the levels, change how much build you have. You have all those cheats just directly available to you, and you don't even need to type them. They're just you step on a pedestal, right? And you just get that thing, which is really nice. It's really neat.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into an AI game to like. I know I should whenever I think of these builds and stuff, but it's like, dude, I don't want to grind out and earn 6 cards or 6 items. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but you still can do that because you can go into this, into the, what they call it, the gym. Sorry, do a build and go, okay, does this kind of this might work? Then you can jump into that AI that you wanted to do and go, okay, this might work, and then you can jump into that live game.
right. No, I'm not asking for. I'm not saying.
So you're not just going to be trolling people in live games anymore.
And you're asked
Right.
for GPS meters, Balix. Gosh, you're such a king for that one. Holy
DPS
smokes.
meters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that would be nice to know, like, because if you want to do a build that's like for a prolonged fight, you want to know how much damage it's going to do in prolonged, or you want it, or burst. Obviously, that's obvious, right?
Yeah. Is it a burst fight? Is it a war of attrition fight? Or is it maximum DPS? Which is kind of burst.
You want to
DPS
see
fight.
your range and everything. Like you want to have a section where you see your range. You want to have a section where you're able to change the turrets, like hit different turrets, hit different inhibs, see the different armor scalings on them by just auto attacking them and stuff like that.
Mhm.
See, have a place for all the buffs so you can get all the buffs and stuff like that. That's how. So I think Smite has done it really well. There's a lot of things you can put in this thing, and the more things you put, the better it is.
Okay.
Well, if people start crunching all the numbers and Infernal Gunblade turns out to be the OP item, I told you so.
Could you imagine the turret scale with Infernal Gunblade? Holy shit.
But what's attack speed on a turret? You know? Oh well, I guess like the tick speed.
Yeah. That would actually be nuts. Okay, so the next point I have there is new map Keck W. And why I have new map is because, and I'll explain the Keck W after, is because they did announce, and they announced this 2 years ago, that there's a new map coming. And they announced again in this stream that you currently see on your screen that it's still in development, but it's in gray box mode. So they've only designed it, but they actually haven't created it like at all. So they're in step 1 of 10, you know? So there's still another 9 steps, yeah.
And I feel like we were going to get some snapshots of that today, but unfortunately, due to Ryan's absence, obviously the emergency. Obviously, they were not able to do that with Ed. So I think there will be another stream, you know, at some point, just to clarify that and kind of show those things that would have been shown today or might have been shown today.
Yeah.
Like the grey box thing of the map and stuff, and maybe even we might even get a glimpse of what they're going to do for ARAM, because of course they could just get the current map, chop the sides off, and go, right, that's ARAM. Mm-hmm. They could do that, and that would be fine. But it would be nice if they've created something new for ARAM as well.
Yeah, something with its own visuals that looks a bit, because they can spend more time making the walls.
Do you remember the Paragon tutorial map? It was insane. It was so good.
Yeah, it was.
And that would have been a perfect ARAM map.
For somebody that might not be familiar with it, ARAM, you're talking about, I call you out. We meet in the lane.
No.
Okay.
So ARAM stands for
where you choose the aspects and all that shit. And
no, technically not. So it stands for all random, all mid. So the mode, basically, you go into the lobby, and then the lobby gives you a random hero. Now, aspects-wise, you can probably pick your own aspects. Like, if you wanted to do, like, hardcore ARAM in customs, then you would probably do, like, a generator that would pick you random aspects. But from just a default ARAM, it would be you'd go into the lobby and instantly you'd be given a hero. And League has the ability to, if you go, I don't like this hero, you can like re-roll the hero and it will give you another random hero. And you can trade that hero with people that are on your team, etc., etc. But then when you're in game, you can build whatever you want, you know?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
It's just a fun, silly mode, you know?
Right. I thought it was like they assigned you random characters and random aspects, and then you had to make it work.
That's like hardcore ARAM mode. And maybe they'll implement that, maybe.
Okay.
So I know what Empty was about to say, and yes, I put a boost on the screen on purpose because I wanted everyone to just experience.
No, that's not it. I would just want to tell you there's a little background noise coming from your side.
Fuck.
So you can like lower the gain.
I'll switch mics, bro. Just 1 second.
You gotta get some noise gates on that bad boy.
But yeah,
Balak says he's beating his desk, but I don't notice it.
I was a fault tester for like for nearly 2 years, and
nice.
I remember nearly a year ago I was testing the map.
No, I'm not.
Like the new map, and the fact that they still said it's on a gray box or whatever they said, I feel like it hasn't advanced much. And they also mentioned that there is a tutorial map. So I'm or an ARAM map, was it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming they're working more on that than on an actual new map.
So the ARAM map has not been confirmed, but the mode ARAM was kind of confirmed.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that they might have thought of something, because especially if it's in grey box stage, they could have easily have thought up an ARAM thing. It wouldn't take very long.
Yeah. But hey, do I sound better? I got a different
especially
mic
in
on now.
grey box, you know?
Yeah.
I probably sound a lot
more
quiet.
New map, you're saying not an additional map, just a total, just like Legacy to Monolith or something, like a whole new, like that's what you're referring to when you're talking about a new map?
Yes.
Yes.
That always scares me. You know?
Map.
Well, let's just confirm there is a
It
new
scares
map
me
coming
sometimes.
for ARAM, exclusively for ARAM.
Just because you never know, you know.
Yeah, it could be.
I
It could
never
be.
thought
It could be
about-
terrible.
Yeah, I never thought, like, I've never had a video game break my heart before. But when Paragon, we switched to Monolith, had a great time. When they switched the card building system, item building system to whatever it went to, and I couldn't just
Version
pick and choose
42,
my own
bro.
little
New
attributes that I
Dawn.
wanted to power up and stuff, like that killed me. That broke my heart. Like, one of my favorite things about the game was the building. So like now I'm just so scared of change. Like whenever I hear changes coming, I'm like, oh Lord.
I
Hope
got
it's not something that totally.
I actually.
But Strange Matter Studios, like they've given us tons of. I've been here since like the day they went public. You know, as far as not testing and stuff, but just whenever they dropped the game on Steam, and they've changed so much stuff since then. I look back at my streams and like my clips, and I see stuff that I don't even remember. And I remember when they did change them, I kind of almost didn't like them. But then I ended up realizing over the long term that it was for the best. So I trust Strange Matter Studios. But I'm still scared when I hear about major changes, like a whole map's going to be different or something, you know?
Paragon...
Yeah, I feel like the good thing that they have is they saw what Paragon did wrong. So they will most probably not do the same mistakes. So, like, when you hear big changes, I feel like there's more chances of the changes being good than bad.
Yeah. And if you say that, I trust, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're the best player in the world. So if you trust them, then I should definitely trust them.
Yo. Listen, I know Empty's good, but please stop calling him that. Like, you don't understand. His ego multiplies by like 24x every time you say
The
that.
numbers, though, the data, I mean, I can't argue with the data.
I don't know, bro. I don't see him having the best KDA. I don't know.
Man, it's not about KDA. It's all about that ELO.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Neft has better ELO and KDA.
Yeah, but he's
Sorry,
just been
you at
grinding.
Neft's arse, are you?
Yeah, Neft's better than Empty, bro. Just the French are better, okay? Just get over it.
Damn.
Linden's better, Neft is better.
He'll cry in my DMs later after the stream. Say, I didn't mean it. Please come back.
All right, so the reason I also wanted to add the Keck W is, besides that, is because I put in brackets, and this is touched on actually in the recent dev stream that just happened on, well, I guess it wasn't really a dev stream, but on Easy Ed's thing, is they showed old gameplay, like the old map. And I saw in the chat that some people liked it better. Now, I don't mean the overall design was better. I mean the foliage, the actual angles in the jungle, and the actual angles and elevation in the lanes was better on the old map, the map that they had for early or those alpha tests for anyone that remembers. And the grass looked fantastic. The grass looked like real grass. It looked like it was picked right out of the Paragon game. And it doesn't look like that now. And I'm not saying the grass doesn't look bad in Fault. I'm just saying it doesn't look that good. And I find it really weird that these... I just find it weird that somehow it looked better then in certain aspects, and that somehow that is maybe the like design when it comes to more fun and competitiveness was better in that map than it currently is. I actually find that kind of nuts.
I mean, isn't like having grass and competitiveness at odds with each other? Like it wouldn't, if you were really trying to be very competitive, you would just turn the grass off if you could. You know?
Yeah.
Well, your Badix makes a good point. So, a lot of the models were in 4K and they didn't realize. So, Thresher went through the actual character models and made them all normal, 1080p or 780 or whatever. Should be 1080p. So, and that's why the game went from like 50 gig all the way down to 13 gig or 90 gig. Sorry, down to.
And that was huge for me. I used to stream. I streamed and played on 28 FPS locked for months.
That's nuts, by the way.
I swear.
But coming back to the foliage you're talking about and the look and stuff, it's in my opinion, and I've complained from a customer point of view that they're just at the moment. I mean, their resources are their resources, but they don't put any resources into fixing the map regularly, and changing things with the map regularly. If there's a hole in the floor and you fall through it, they'll fix it immediately. But if there's like a tiny little bit that you can get stuck on, it'll just kind of get pushed to the side, and we'll kind of fix that when we fix it. And I think that comes into it when it comes to the making the grass look nice, a wall, changing that stone so it looks a bit better. Yeah. The resources aren't there for it at the moment. And that's down to them. I mean, we don't know the answers to that. But that's how it currently feels, is that there's just not that resource because they think other things are more important.
Yeah, it's not their priority, right? Because they got a functional map that works now. They've updated it, made it look better. So they're focused on other stuff. Now, but we do got to say, everyone knows, unless they royally fuck it up, which is a high possibility, it could happen. It doesn't take much. You know, you just make a little mistake and it ends up being a big mistake. It happens all the time in development of anything. But, you know, whenever they introduce this new map that's now a gray box, it's just going to elevate the gameplay of Fault just that much farther, unless they royally fuck it up, which is possible, but I don't see that happening. I don't, to be honest. But
the only complaint I have about the current map is when I'm in Blue Side Jungle and I try to jump over to mid, Greystone, I can do it. But for Gideon and for Kallari, it's impossible. Gideon, it's tough. That kind of bothered me. And that he wasn't always like that. I used to be able to just hop right over right there with Kallari. But that's my only complaint right now.
Yeah, and again, I think that comes down to that stuff isn't as big of a priority than X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. So
to us it is. Like, it's annoying, but to them, no.
Okay. And the last point I got for this little act there is, how do you guys think the dev stream was overall? Did everyone watch this stream? Everyone watched this, right? That's what I assume. Oh, and we should also touch on the point. I haven't read the big wall of text that Balix just sent, but listen, guys, it's public info to a certain extent. We're not going to go too deep, but everyone knows that there's a man that got fired for making a shitty map, and he screwed SMS over. Everyone knows this, or if you don't know it, you know now. And it is public info because the man went into Gen Chat and started talking about how he got fired from SMS. So
it seems to be a reoccurring theme. Like when you get excommunicated from SMS, you just like go live or something like that and then talk about it.
Yeah.
Hot take, right?
Yeah, Jack, how do you feel about that? Just Never mind. Never.
Not many people know about this, right? Like what you just said, but hot take: the guy used to like the way he like communicated to the community, where he just hops in gen chat, like you just said. It's like very like, hey, I want to make myself look good, and if the company suffers because of it, it's fine as long as I'm liked by the by like the company. So it's like it's kind of weird the way he was doing it. It's like all about himself rather than working as a company. But yeah, he's done some pretty bad work from what I've seen.
Well, of course, that's what his goal would be. If you're fired, that all you have to.
He wasn't fired. He wasn't fired.
Oh,
Oh, it wasn't.
It's just in general, like just in general, the way he talks to the community, he's like, if it was up to me, I would do this. I agree with you, stuff like that.
I
It's
see
all
what you
like
mean.
trying to
Yeah.
please the community and just being like, oh, I agree with you. They don't like just pointing the finger somewhere else, shit like that. It's not how a company would. It's supposed to, work.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
You got to walk the company line to an extent if you're.
And this is just my
involved.
take, by the way. I just want to.
it's not just that. So I remember hearing a story once about how the Costco CEO sat in a room with all of his owner operators around the world, and he told them why or why not he can't do something. And it's very hard for someone to look at their community, whatever that is, and just say, no, you're wrong, and this is why. Or no, we're not going to do that, even because we think this is a better way to go. It's just hard to disagree with your community because usually they get really pissy and just kind of get angry with you. And I think that's kind of what Ruben was doing a little bit. And yeah, so, but the point is you have to be able to do that, and you have to be able to have the skin to do it. And if you can't do it, it's someone's job to be able to do that, to be able to say no in a very professional PR way, of course, but being able to say that stuff. So, yeah,
kind of like a White House PR secretary or something. Like you're going to get attacked, but you just always twist it and like toe the company line and make sure that everybody's happy.
That's the
and
thing.
They can't
You can't please everyone.
Yeah.
Right. That's just the reality of anything. There's always going to be someone that's disagreeable with you, that's contrary with you, whatever it may be, depending on because of your product, your service, your communication, whatever it may be, and you have to be able to absorb that, and just deal.
But anybody, I always say, the people that live in the SMS Gen chat, like the people that work there, I respect them because they just have, pissed off person, something bad happens, they come over, type, enter. That's like, that they're always getting the worst side of a lot of people and taking beatings, and they're still nice and somehow.
Yeah, you want to know what they do? I'll show you. I'll put it in chat. This is what they do.
I wonder if Platty's gone grey yet,
Yeah, like I feel like
that's why he's so fucking pissed off and miserable all the time.
My soul would die. Like I get so mad because I love the game so much, and like I'll go in there and I'll see people. I'll be like, bro,
holy shit!
It makes me so angry.
Yeah, I can't spend more than 5 minutes in there. Gen chat people are the worst people in the world.
Wait, I got a question. How do you
ahead.
time out someone on Twitch?
The more you spend in Gen chat, the fucking less you become stupid. Basically.
So I was just going to type in Gem Chat, this is what the mods do, and just make a little joke, like they type ! Timeout, blah, blah, blah. And I put empty in there for 24 hours, and it actually timed him out. So I'm trying to untime him out now.
Well, the good news is you're actually talking to him in voice, so he doesn't need to type to you. Right? Oh, shit, he was typing.
Oh, unlucky. Wait, empty, how do I fix it?
You just do a slash instead of an exclamation point.
Slash what?
Just learning what you wrote.
/ and timeout space. It's empty. Wait, was that predecessor? What the fuck?
Yeah, Black Tim's lives in Gym. Every time I go in there, he's in there. But he's like always talking about he's like, I haven't crunched the numbers yet, but I'm pretty sure that's 130% gold effective and like all this shit. I'm like, damn, dog.
That guy has good intentions, but I think he's the classic speak before you think.
I do that sometimes. I did that today.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah, but you do it occasionally. He does that every single time.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, didn't he actually get Master ELO and all that stuff?
By abusing a bug in the game.
Yeah, see,
I see. I got it up to you.
Like I can't play the same character I like to pick a different character, different role, pretty much every single game, dude. Like,
There you go. MT's gone.
if I can't
Yeah,
get up
you want to
there, dude,
spice
you
it
know what I
up.
mean? Yeah, like I can't play the same person. So I mean, I
But
get
you
it.
eventually though, thing is though, people who are classed as one tricks, right? They're one trick in their own right, from a public environment, but from competitive, they'll be shit because
Right.
people will just ban that hero and then they're completely useless. The best players are the players that play a good average across all of the players, all of the
Right.
heroes.
One thing I want to say, and I just want to say, listen, I'm very aware that Blackton is a polarizing figure in the community, but maybe people should cut him, like, just relax against him. You know what I mean?
Like
Like,
people are really like mean to
people
him.
really hit on him
He's always
hard.
been nice. He's always been nice to me when I go into stream and stuff like that. He seems like just
Now,
like a
some
cool
of it
dude.
is
Like,
warranted. His hot
he
takes
seems
and
like the
his
kind of guy that can
inability
handle it.
to ever his ability to never consider what
Be
you
wrong.
say. Be wrong. It's always his way or the highway. That's the kind of mental he has. Does bring a lot of warrant in game. But you know, like, it's whatever. And yes, he did. Yes, he only got the master reel because he abused the most broken bug in the game for like a month, and he never told no one. It's kind
Yeah,
of
but
weird.
that one guy, well, that's kind of weird that but that one guy earned the skin just by grinding AI games, and like they counted that as playtime with the character, the
Yeah.
crunch skin. Like
Yeah.
that was kind of scuffed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it wasn't. He also shares account with other people. Yeah. Yes, there is that.
But,
Are you using your headset mic, stranger?
Yeah, I'm using my headset mic now.
Just be a bit because it'd be a bit careful when you get heated because it gets a bit loud.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought it'd be
No,
quieter.
it's fine.
Okay. So yeah. So that, folks. So we were calling that Act 1. I'm not sure we're gonna keep calling it Act going forward, but this is what we're calling it for now. So Act 2. Last thing to say, and we'll just make it really quick. What do you think about the stream overall? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it boring? Was it mediocre? It was mediocre. Ryan Red sounds like, he sounds like your drug dealer. Like, I don't really know how else to put it. So
It for me it was fine, but it missed visual representation. People like to see something visual, and there was none of that, other than Balix's beautiful face.
I think it would have been good if the stuff like free to play and the name change weren't leaked. But since those were the two big things and they were leaked, like most of the stream was kind of dead for the casual viewer.
But my other point though is, so many people have been talking about the stream and was it good or was it bad? But my thing is, man, there's so many gamers out there that play this game or that will play this game that will never tune into a dev stream ever. They don't even know it exists, So like, as far as getting a whole lot of new players and stuff, like I don't think the dev stream's that big of a deal as far as like now building hype like within our own community and maybe like building some more word of mouth and all that stuff. Like, yeah, like for the core audience, sure, but as far as what we're looking for, which is like hundreds of new gamers or thousands and people that used to play, like they don't care about the dev stream. They want to open up the game and see what it feels like and see what it plays like. That's the important thing at the end of the day.
You say that, but there was more people that tuned into the stream than there is players on the game.
That's not true.
So.
You say that because there's like 100 to 200 people at the same time.
Yeah, you're talking concurrent, which is
there's probably 1,000 to 1.5 people logging in every day.
That's true.
Easy Ed.
Also, I just like you just want to note out that like if they have dev streams in the future, you're gonna make sure you like promote the dev stream in the game by having like people who are playing the game just get out of the game they're in, and in the lobby they see like dev stream is live or some sort of announcement to get players who don't usually look at the dev stream involved in the dev stream.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, yeah.
But yeah, the biggest point I think to make from it is that if the free-to-play hadn't have got leaked, the stream would have been hyper. Yeah.
Hang on, we gotta send Jack a heart emoji. Love you, Jack.
Dude, I'll tell you what would have been hype. I mean, I swear, I was just imagining myself doing this on stream. you take all the secrets that we were talking about, that or all the all the new stuff that was supposed to be announced and hyped up, and you like put them on like a sticky note in a pinata, and then
You
you
love
fucking
your
get
sticky notes.
so hyped, bro. You get super hype and you blast the pinata with the baseball bat, it explodes, and you pick up the secrets and read them off out loud, and then go fucking crazy. Like something like. I mean, I know that's a super extra, but wouldn't that have been awesome and very clippable and all that other kind of stuff? Like maybe somebody needs to do something crazy.
I was going to say maybe you need to get in a
hypes
chat with
me
the
up just
devs,
thinking about it.
give them some ideas.
That hypes me up just thinking about it. You're just like, oh shit.
You just want to hit something, don't you?
You know what I mean? Like you blow it up, you pick something off the ground. It's like you open up, it says like Iggy or something. You're like, oh my god! You show the camera. Oh my god!
I think maybe they could do that kind of wild stuff when they eventually are in their own studio.
Yeah. You know what, dude? Maybe I'll just do that myself. The Obusa patch note review. The Obusa patch note review. We just print off all the patch notes, slice them up, put them in a pinata, and just blast that damn thing.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
All right, folks. Hey, I just want to say, Easy Ed, thank you for the raid. What a flip flop, though. The Stranger Big Moose. We're here with Mike, Obusa, and It's Empty. And we're here doing a little bit of a podcast talking about the 2 streams that we saw and going forward. I thought it was a really good time to bring it back and rekindle.
Episode 1.
Fault. To rekindle the passion for Paul.
Why do you say It's Empty but not It's Mike? It's really weird.
It's
because I am the Mike of the community, dude. You're just It's Empty.
Holy flippity flop! No, it's pissing me off. Okay, I'm pissed.
Yeah, everyone, type It's Empty in chat, and that's it. Just let them know it's empty. Yes,
that's his name on the leaderboard.
Yeah, exactly. It's empty.
It isn't. It's not true.
It's empty. All right, so folks, we're going into act number 2. We're calling it Reflecting. What we're going to be looking at during this is what can we expect going forward? Are we going, besides free to play, are we still going to get a bit of scuff all the time? Is this game going to start going from indie game to not maybe not AAA, but to A game, like A as in like double A game, but like single A game?
I think we're going way up.
Yeah.
Because now that you're on Epic Games, like everybody that's ever played Fortnite, which is the biggest game of all time, has Epic Games Store on their computer, right? And boom, it's gonna pop up. It's gonna what? Paragon's back? I mean, as soon as you see any of the characters, immediately you realize what game that is, and you remember those times back in the day playing it. Let's try it. Like I think it's gonna be I think that's like a massive deal.
Awesome.
Especially since that's the original provider of Paragon, right? Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't use the term scuffed, but I would say staleness. Now that we've got this content that's now coming in, as long as they keep on top of adding or changing or doing adding this skin, adding this hero, as long as it could be somewhat more regular. Now that they don't have this big like film thing to put a lot of that they've been throwing a lot of resources in. Hopefully we should see less downers, which should keep the scuffness down to a minimum, yeah?
Yeah, it should. I think they've been doing really good, and I just want to shout out my boy Armor. I've been telling him this every day, and I want him to hear it from my voice because I'm not the best typer. If you've ever seen me type like in a Discord, I literally type, close my app, open it back up, realize that I have like 88 typos, and that you actually don't know, and it sounds like I said something completely different than what I meant. Anywho, I'm not a good typer. So I just want to say it right to you in the most genuine way I can. I'll even bring up the cam. Hang on 1 second, just for you. If it shows up, hang on. All right, I got you.
As soon as you said I'm gonna bring up the cam, it pulled up that Nashville hot chicken ad, and it was like this old bald guy.
It looks so stupid, but we're gonna roll with it. Armadillon, thank you for fixing bugs that have been in the game for 2 years. Not sure what changed when you got brought on to the dev team, but somehow you have made bugs that I've had for literally 2 years disappear within a month. Not sure what happened, but all I know is you're doing amazing. You are currently the reason people are coming back to play the game. I at least the OG players. New players, I don't think bugs really matter, but OG players and keeping consistency, I think quality assurance is super important. And I think that's what you're doing. And I just want to give you a big shout out because people really aren't praising him enough. And if you know Arma, you know that this man doesn't sleep. He's sleeping and he's thinking about Fault. He's waking up, he's playing Fault. He's going to work, he's testing Fault. And on top of that, he's doing like this tester Discord thing or whatever. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. He also has to deal with that, and I was in that once upon a time. And good luck to you, my friend. I don't know how you're going to deal with that.
Plus, he came from the ground up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're talking.
He came out of the mud, dude.
We're talking about someone that's been there from day one, just making the game great. I was going to say again, but then I felt like Donald Trump, so we're not going to say that.
That was a bit Trumpy, yeah. Let's not go there.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, so I just want to show Armadillo. Okay, so, guys, marketing. Listen.
Like you put marketing for once.
Holy shit!
You heard what they said.
I'll show you what I put. I really put it, dude. Marketing for once is what I put. They always say they're gonna do it. Don't dox me because it just showed my name, you fucks. But yes, is it actually coming? Like, they've been talking about it for over 2 years, longer than the game's been out, saying, yeah, it's coming, we got something big planned. You know, like, we've been busy at work. Then
they dropped a movie. They revealed to you they had a movie coming out. Boom, they revealed to you they got Epic Game Store coming. Boom, you know what I mean? Like what's there to market really until, like, if you got all this stuff in the pipeline?
Well, there's plenty to market because the biggest percentage of players are not going to be the guys who have got the Epic Game Store necessarily. It's you want that new, fresh League of Legends players, Dota players. You want them to come in and have a look.
Yeah, defectors.
Yeah, traitors. I mean, welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, traitors are a class of people that play the other, quote unquote,
true
pair of zombies.
Yeah.
Defectors are people that come from another MOBA to us.
We want MOBA players, because I can't wait to be in Wood Elo. What do you
mean? No, but that was just like an example. It's those people and beyond, right?
Wood tier. But yeah, no, you're right. 100%.
So you can see that there's all that talk that they talked for 2 years. Well, people flamed them and roasted them and left the community for 2 years. You know what? They were right. They weren't lying to us. They're actually bringing it, and you can see it through Pocket of Quarters, which we haven't mentioned yet, but we'll get to it. You can see it through the Epic Games Store. You can see it through the free-to-play. You can see it through the little bit of social media, the tiny bit that they had. And there's other stuff. Like, they haven't even got into, like, the paid social media portion of it yet. They haven't got into any giveaways. They haven't got in. And the big thing I'm looking forward to is BuzzFeed Lionsgate are going to put something huge out for them, whether that be, like, their own solo article, not just like in the BuzzFeed one, but like, hey, it's actually a real game. Next point. You know, like a real full thing. And maybe they'll end up on the front page tomorrow for Epic Games. Imagine loading up for Fortnite. You're 12 years old. You're putting on your socks. You're bringing them all the way up to your belly button. You know, your head weighs 40 pounds. The rest of your body weighs 30. And, you know, you're getting on. You're about to play Fortnite. You're logging into the Epic Games Store on your phone. And then you go, hey, Mom, what's Fortnite? Or what's Fault? Sorry, what's Fault? What is Elder Orb? And then they go, big bro, can I get on your PC? Bang. Now they're on your PC. They're downloading Fault. We're gaming. I'm excited for the Fortnite gamers, and you should be too. That's my spiel.
Yeah. I'm excited to count as Ultim into oblivion. What about MMR?
Sorry? MMR? Oh gosh.
Unless M2 wants to talk about marketing, or he's just chilling.
I mean, it definitely has. If it doesn't come with free to play, if they don't do any sort of marketing, it's kind of weird. But
I mean, it's well, that's the thing, right? It's like you expect a little bit now, and if it's not coming now, you know it's not coming ever. And like you can base like I mean, I know that's like a kind of a bit of a radical jump to make, but like
yeah.
If they don't capture on the literally the opportune moment that's coming in less than 24 hours, then there's then you can expect it to be like that for the future, I guess is a good way to put it. So, and I'm not saying it has to start tomorrow. I'm just saying like in the very near future, after that's why I'm clarifying Balix. God damn it. But yeah. So a few days after, a few weeks, it has to get the ball rolling. The ball has to start rolling a little bit. So I'm excited, and I believe they're going to do it, and awesome. And yeah, I also just wanted to mention off the top of my head while I'm just rolling with it, folks. I know the dev stream was canceled today, and we did get a little bit of something, which is super fantastic. And I just want to say for anyone in the community, I had an absolute flip shit at work. I was just pissed. All I did is I read it and I went, I'm pissed. And then I read it again and I read it again, and then I went, oh, okay, it's because of an emergency. You know, they didn't really have to go into detail, but obviously there was some kind of emergency in the community manager's life, and just, you know, be understanding of that. Make sure that you understand.
They still kind of did, right? They had the thing with Ed, and then
still had something.
The devs were in there and all that stuff, you know?
Exactly, you know.
So same thing.
It wasn't exactly, and you can't expect everything to be ideal. The situation from the beginning isn't ideal because Ryan Red's not the one doing it. So they tried to get what they could on their days off work, mind you, and they still brought us something because that's how passionate they are for the community, and just take that into consideration. And it's not like the patch is delayed. No, it's just that the stream's delayed. When Ryan's back and ready to get back to work and ready to focus on Strange Amount of Studios and the community that he and them built, they'll be back, I'm sure, stronger than ever. But last thing you want to do is do a dev stream when your mind's somewhere else, of course, right? So, yeah. So I just want to say that for anyone that's, you know, might be in the stream that's like, hey, why didn't the stream go ahead? Or, man, I hate SMS. They canceled again. Like, what is with them? Like, you know, it really was just out of their control. And if you were in their boat, you would have done the same thing, to be honest. So, yeah. Okay. So, MMR, Empty, I'm just going to put this out to you. Why do you or do you not want MMR reset?
Good point, Empty. Really good point.
Yeah, okay, it's Mike. I guess you're actually the master player of the group. Why do you want MMR reset or not reset?
I don't want it to be reset because because the games are so the matchmaking is so tight right now, so that everybody can get a game, right?
Yes.
So currently, you're gonna get a mixture of players to the frustration of everybody. The lower tier players don't want to be playing with the master players, and the master players vice versa. But if you release, let's say on Monday, reset the ELO, the new players are going to have the worst time of their life, and the experienced players are also going to have the worst time of their life because they're going to see somebody sitting in base looking at items for 10 minutes, you know, all this type of stuff. So resetting the MMR currently would be a complete waste of time for everyone.
Yeah, and why even reset it? I mean, when you start the game,
it's 1,000. Yeah.
If you're
well, you do your 10 placement games. It's 10 placement games, and then you start at 1,000, I believe.
Listen,
well, that's fine. If that's the case, then you probably will not ever even see people like Empty or even anybody that, you know what I mean? As long as they don't reset it. Like resetting it doesn't help any new people. It only hurts the people that already have a high ELO, right?
Yeah, and the new people are the new people are the people we need to keep away from the experienced people for as long as possible.
Yes.
So they can not only learn the game, but not get discouraged to play the game.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be. I was muted, by the way, but it definitely wouldn't be a good idea to just reset the MMR. I wouldn't be opposed to like lowering the high people's MMR to like 1,800, so you don't have those 2,400 spikes and those people can find games reliably.
You mean Neff playing one game a month so he stays on the top? Yeah.
No, it's just lowering it. You're literally lowering it so you can get pops, so you don't have to go on alt accounts.
You know what?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what? I think it should be reset for one reason only, so that Empty can go to the elo that he belongs in, which isn't Master. It's very much so Gold. But to put in a real note, I don't think it should be reset because listen, anyone that's complaining about elo being reset is because you're below 1,000. Okay, and if you're below 1,000 elo in the current full player base,
you should be there.
You should.
Yeah, you belong to be there.
That's a good way to put it. And
you just don't know what you don't know,
right? So, and I get it that there's a lot of people that are in bronze or like just are hovering around the 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 elo that should be in platinum, diamond. I get it, and I know those players exist in this game, and I see it every day. But when these new players come, you're gonna get there. Like as long as like it's gonna happen. So you don't really got anything to worry about there, and resetting elo is not going to make it any easier. It's only going to make it harder to get into games that match your skill level. At least at this point, right? Now, if we had like 10,000 concurrent players, I think a hard reset would probably be really important. But
man, that Grand Big Mac looks fucking nosh.
Yeah, that's the Canadian ads for you right there.
Oh. We had that over here once. Oh god.
Yeah, it's currently a thing here. But yeah, I don't think it should be reset. I do think that they should consider looking into maybe like an elo separation. So has anyone here played Paladins before? So what is in Paladins? And now we don't have rank queue, so they can't go as detailed, right? Because like unless you have a ranked play, you can't do that. But basically what it is they have like an elo separation. So anyone platinum and below, or is it gold and below? It might be gold and below, whatever. They're considered like low elo, and everyone above that's considered high in that game. And what that means is that anyone below plat, or that has reached platinum elo, like for a whole season or something, whether it be public play or ranked play, they always get around those players at the minimum. And then anyone below that would get anyone below that. So I think that's a really good way to do it because there's some people that are at 2,000 MMR and they do not deserve to be there. They're only there because they're 5 stacking. Like that does exist. Now,
until you get a bigger player pool, like even considering different types of matchmaking, just it's pointless, right? Yeah, I get the idea and the concept, but until there is 1,000 active players, which is possible. Maybe not that high, but a lot more active players. The matchmaking can't do its job because there's just not enough to matchmake. And at current, like if we queue up right now, you will get a game at all levels. But if they tighten the matchmaking too much, which is kind of what you're referring to, at the moment, you'll get people sitting in the queue for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's not fun for anyone.
Yeah.
The game that you might get into may not be that fun, but at least you're in the game playing.
Yeah.
And the game's fun. What I meant is like if they ever did a reset, people that get a platinum or above should immediately start at platinum. What I was trying to get.
I see what you mean. Would that be like but you're saying like a seasonal thing, yeah?
Yeah, like a seasonal thing.
Well, that would probably happen when the season start with Fault. I have no doubt that it would reflect on looking at what you've done. They won't reset the every single season. As you just said, it will just continue, and a bit like League, whatever you were left at, it averages out. They did the same thing in Heroes of the Storm, a bit where if you, as you just said, if you were a plat that season, you'll probably be in plat for the start of next season.
Yeah, I just think.
And that, but again, you need a player base. A bigger player base for those type of matchmaking systems to be beneficial.
Is this the stream that Ed does it?
Yeah, he sits for about 2 hours being a fucking idiot, so you're gonna have to skip through a lot.
Timestamp.
Oh yeah, look at Discord. There's a timestamp when the patch notes. Yeah,
it's 2 hours.
Somebody who works it as an engineer, you'd think he'd be fucking smarter on computers.
Okay, there we go. Nice.
No, he just wants to spend his time on his fucking boat with his women.
Holy shit!
Hey, it's a pontoon. It is a
What's the
pontoon.
difference?
Shutter, I'm so sorry that didn't work. I swear to Bob.
A pontoon boat just makes it so much better. Like
It
a pontoon boat is just like a slow, like it's like the barge of civilian boats. You know, it's like it's just.
Was it just like a big
slow.
square with seats?
That's it. Like it's like two. It's like you put a pallet on top of two canoes. You know, and you just kind of just hang out up there. You know.
Hang on.
Can't turn fast. It ain't that, but it's just funny that that's the kind of boat he's got.
Hang on, let's try that again. Hang on, I gotta recuperate. Hello, everyone. What a flippity flop, though. What a flippity flop, though.
What a flippity flop, though. This is Stranger, our big moose.
All right, that's all that is, Shutter. Okay, so to move forward, what's our next point there, everyone?
Can I just make one tiny bit before we move on? Because it's kind of linked to the MMR. So at what point in the development do you think we should get the, not ranked, but the solo queue? Do you think that reflects on, aka we need the numbers? Because, of course, splitting the community is not cool.
You would have to triple your player base at least. So if we're talking average 200, we have to hit minimum 600. And like that's right, still.
It was just a tiny thing. I wanted to see your thoughts on that was all. But I think you're right. It's again, it comes down to what we're talking about with the fixing. Because in theory, you're saying fixing the matchmaking because it is not ideal. It is just more asses in seats. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it.
Did you just say the player base needs to be tripled to allow 2 different queues?
Yeah,
that's what Stranger mentioned.
Yeah, there's no way. It would need to be like 50 times what it is right now.
50? So we're talking 2,000 players.
No, 50 times, not 10 times. Oh. Like, getting 600 players just lets you queue every 5 minutes instead of 10 minutes. Like, you want to have at least 10k people on the same queue. Like, playing at the same time. Smite is probably sitting at 16k, and they can go up to like 32k.
Wow.
And that's just Smite on PC. It's not counting console.
What do you think about...
I think we go there eventually. I mean, this game's so much better than all those other games. Like, I don't... Some people are like, man, yeah, in a year we'll probably have like 1,000 concurrent. Like, this is the type of stuff that just, boom, takes off. Like, parabolic growth day after day after day after day after day. Boom! Now we got like 5,000 players. Like that could happen. Like in my mind, that could happen any day. I mean, that's the way I visualize the future. Because here we are, we sit here and play this damn game all day. You know, despite all the other games out there. Like, what if other people find it, and there's all the tens of thousands of former fans and all that stuff.
It is a fact that Fall is currently my favorite game to play. That is out.
Yeah.
That is released to the public. So, yeah.
And I think that like League of Legends, they've got like all these millions of people that play it, but eventually they're gonna, if they could see the parallels in the mechanics and the characters and stuff, and then realize that you could just play it like in the game, like a real person, instead of like looking at it like a Game Boy screen or whatever, they would come or at least try it. I think at any time we could have thousands of people do.
Some people will come. I think
League's too big Ed's stream earlier had like 300 people in it.
Yes, it had a lot of people.
How did they even know it? How did they even know about it? You know what I mean?
They tweeted, not tweeted. Sorry, they announced on Discord.
Yeah,
but still,
Game Boy is crazy to me. I don't know. Fault will never be bigger than League of Legends. League of Legends is just too big to fail. It has like a concurrent 120 million players a week or something. Something absurd, like some unreal number. But it could definitely get a bit of it. Like truly, it can. It can get a few players, and even just a few players is a lot because that game has that many players. So, I think realistically, you can see this game hit 2,000 players concurrent. Realistically, does Folk support Linux? It did, Nax, but once they added easy anti-cheat, for some reason it doesn't. It has to do something with Proton or something. You're talking to the wrong guy. I have no idea. All I know is something about Proton and Linux. It doesn't work now. It used to, but it doesn't. So that's pretty unfortunate. Hopefully that gets resolved one day.
It is something that's on the list. Yeah, it's definitely on the list.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's not that many Linux players out there, to be honest. Yeah, it'd be cool. Okay, so Pocket of Quarters. Besides the name sounding like I'm on the street asking for money, why?
Yeah, I don't like the name.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
It looks very beggy. I don't know.
It is. Yeah. Well, what is it? Like, I know they explained it like 28 times, and they try to say it as slow and as best they could, but I'm still kind of confused. So, what is it exactly?
Well, I kind of know ish a bit more.
Okay.
So first thing I'll just say before we talk about it, because obviously the biggest buzzword people see is like blockchain and all this type of stuff. There was a guy that was on the Fault partner panel that talked about it, and he was from Pocket of Quarters. Okay. So to let's just I'll give you the simple version. So basically, as far as I'm aware from what I listened to the guy, it is a currency just like the coins that Fault currently have. Yeah.
Okay.
That could be used across multiple games.
Okay.
It cannot be sold for real money or traded with other people for money.
Oh, so it's only an in-game currency that works.
It is only an in-game currency, correct. You can buy it with real money.
It can be traded.
But not for money, though, surely? Like, you can give it to people.
For, like, PC specs or stuff like that.
Okay, well, I don't know enough about that. Maybe I've misspoke on that. But from the Fault game point of view, you can buy coins and or Pocket of Quarters, and you can use it in Fault and use that Pocket of Quarters currency in another game that they support.
Yeah, but what it means most to us, it doesn't really mean much to us, but it just plugs us into that network. So all these gamers that are already using Pocket of Quarters, which I don't know if anybody here does yet, but you plug in Pocket of Quarters, you make yourself a little account, and then all the games that they have in their
yeah, because apparently there's been loads of people that have been playing Fortnite that have like stocked them up, and they either used them up and they've already bought what they want to buy.
Like I've got so much money in Fortnite. I got V-Bucks in Fortnite. I got freaking Matter and Fault or whatever the coins are. I got all sorts of stuff everywhere, but none of it. So the idea is you're earning money. So like the money I earned in Fortnite when I got sick of playing Fortnite and Fault drop, boom, I just take all my V-Bucks and I can spend them in the store on Fault. Yeah. Oh wow, you can actually buy stuff in their store as well. So apparently Plenty of Quarters has a store online, and you can earn money you can earn the quarters by playing games.
You need a fuck ton of quarters, by the way.
Oh yeah, I promise you, if you do it by the hour, it's going to be very good.
As Bot Mode asked in the chat, so basically, how can you earn it? I believe playing, and that's all down to how Fault want to include the playing and that, but for the most part, it will be tournaments. So Pocket of Quarters will partner with Fault, that will then partner with the X, Y, or Z, like Fault Rivals, for example, and say, hey, the winners of this, each player gets 1,000 quarters.
Wow.
And that's the incentive, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's tournament-based stuff. Or community-based events. It doesn't necessarily need to be... It could be an ARAM, an ARAM event, just for fun. Of course, the winnings wouldn't be anywhere near as high as like a real tournament, but that it gives you that ability to do that type of thing, I believe.
Yeah, so that's the whole idea of Pocket of Quarters. Just a network of games, and they're trying to,
allow you to spend it across multiple if you wish. That's it.
Yeah,
and you don't have to use it. You could log into the game and just ignore it. You don't need to link Pocket of Quarters. If you just want to use Fault's normal coinage system and their orb system / core system that they've got now, that's all you got to do. You don't have to use it.
All right. So I just wanted to bring it up, everyone. I wasn't sure if we were going to do it, but I guess we'll do it because I just got confirmation. Oh,
wait,
yeah.
Before you do it, would you guys use it? Would you guys?
No. Fault's the other game. Fault's the only game I play, so no.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You can still get enough quarters to a point where you can buy a 3080 Ti if you're participating in tournaments. So would you
Oh
use it?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, hell
I'd probably
yeah.
enable it just for the hell of it, but it wouldn't
Right,
like.
right. Like as far as what it means to me, like nothing. If I eventually accumulate enough quarters to, you know what I mean, cool. But I just view it as being plugged into their community and us getting some outsiders coming in from there specifically. That's pretty much the only thing I think about when
Yeah.
I think about that.
Cool.
Plus, I mean, of course, like they're, they have some plans as far as events and things like that that are going to be interesting.
I'm really excited about Pocket of Quarters is it's past the grass. It's past the grassroots portion of that thing. It's actually on Steam, Epic Games, PS4 now, and all this stuff. And like it still has ways to go. Don't get me wrong, but it has some really major streamers behind it, and it's on all the major platforms now. So ideally what they're hoping for is that all major games, all the way from Halo, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Vault, hopefully one day, everything. What's another one? League of Legends. They all have a way to earn these coins that work in all games. So you can play all your favorite games and earn all these coins. And then what it'll come down to is like the games buy the right to have exclusivity with these coins. Blah, blah, blah. Anywho, but yeah. So you have all that stuff, and that's what I'm hoping. It does seem like it could be going on that path, but it will be years. It'll probably be 5 years before that ever happens. But that's a really cool concept. That if folk can get in early and get ahead of that that'll be pretty cool if it does go that route.
Well, the future is bright that other big companies may jump on board because it's a very simple idea. Obviously, the business bit between Pocket of Quarters and the game developers themselves, or the creators, sorry, that's something completely different, which we won't know about.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the fact that Fortnite uses it, right? So, Epic Games have already gone, yeah, we like this idea.
And they do. And Fortnite's huge. On a side note, you guys know Fortnite's bigger than Steam, or Epic Games is bigger than Steam? Like the Epic Games Store is bigger than Steam? I didn't know that.
Just because of the
well, they've got like Fall Guys and all that type of stuff linked into it as well now. Yeah,
and they release free to play or free games like every other month or something.
And that's because, from what I've heard, like getting your game on, like Epic take a less of a cut than Steam do.
Wait, really?
Is that true? I highly doubt it. Bigger than Steam?
I've heard that. Well, again, maybe I'm misinformation, but I'm almost certain that they take a smaller cut on.
They do, but
certain things.
Bigger than Steam, I just don't see that.
That's what I said. Like, but I'm pretty sure like the numbers say it is empty. Like it's actually bigger.
Oh, the bigger thing, I'm not sure, but
yeah.
Okay, there you go. So they're saying the cuts like better for the developers.
Their dev portal, yeah. Epic Games is always good with stuff like that.
So y'all were making fun of Pocket Full of Quarters names because it was like sounds like you're poor, but you've never heard that saying. You know how people like flip a coin into a fountain, like I got a pocket full of nickels because I wish a motherfucker would. You know, you never heard.
I mean, it offends me because we don't use quarters.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And Empty definitely doesn't use quarters. He must fucking
quarters and actual
a couple of different size stones, you know.
Okay.
A rabbit's foot.
If your game's on Unreal Engine, they take a smaller cut. Okay,
this is where we're going, huh?
Yeah, because technically you pay them to use Unreal Engine and everything. Okay, that makes sense. Shout out, I just want to say hi, Ray. You're awesome. You already know that, I tell you, like all the time. And Ray always deals with my bullshit, so in a very constructive manner. I don't know how he does that. So, yes. What's our next thing? Okay, so that was supposed to be the small like intermission act. So we're going on to the last little big thing there. We're going into Act 3. And this is the dev stream. I see an anonymous elephant in Google Docs. So, let's see. So, we got to touch on it, right? Ray, don't tell me not to simp or I'll simp harder, okay? Cancel dev stream. Let's talk about elephant in the room. Let's just talk about it. Get it over with. You know, I'll start. Because I'm going to be honest, I got kind of really upset earlier about it. And I want to explain why. So, like, again, I'm not the best typer. So you need to understand, like, if you don't know me personally, you would take it out of context and you would just think, oh, this guy's just not not the best human, I guess. And I like to think I'm a pretty good person overall. So
Like he's just diarrheaing in text.
yes, that's basically what I do. You know. And so I read the announcement, and it was like I just had tunnel vision. I saw streams canceled, and I'm thinking, fuck sakes, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be kidding me, SMS. The biggest stream you'll ever.
It's understandable because you looked forward to it,
right? Like I was at work, I was bored, I was looking forward to it, and then I see the words canceled. Like that's what I see. I closed off. I closed my phone. I'm pissed. You know, I try to 5 minutes later, I go back and I reread it, and I see it's canceled due to this. Okay, so now I'm a bit more calm. It's whatever. And then I ask, hey, are we gonna get anything? Are we gonna get anything at all? Like, is there gonna be like a minimum? We're getting a patch notes, whatever, right? And then I said that, and then of course you got some people that are gonna use they always have, and it's not just gonna be for Fault. They're gonna do this. For any video game out there. You give them any inch of opportunity for them to shit on the game or the company, they're going to take a mile. And that's what you started seeing in the Gen chat. And I jump in and I go, hey, are we getting anything at all? Like, come on, anything? Like anything, And then stuff happened, whatever. And then I found out, got a bit more context, found out Ryan Red had a huge emergency. And I would do the same thing if I was in his position and all that. So that does kind of suck, guys. Like, we're talking about the biggest dev stream they would have had at least ever, and probably for at least the next year. Like, the biggest ever. And it got delayed. And I don't know if it got canceled or delayed. That's actually not clear to me. I would say it just got delayed. But yeah, it's unfortunate, right? It happens. It sucks. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to be able to play and everything's still coming. It's just that I didn't get a huge community stream behind it to get me even more hype. So
yeah, but who knows if it's going to be the biggest ever? I mean, who's to say that we don't join Epic Games? Boom, a couple things get posted here and there.
Biggest
online.
ever up to that point.
Now we got thousands of players, and then next weekend they address the new massive success of the game and where we're headed and all that stuff, Yeah.
What did Mike get empty? What are your guys' thoughts, right? I was disappointed, but I understand.
Well,
that's what I have to say.
I mean, so I was massively disappointed. I was looking forward to it all day, but shit hits the fan, and it's nothing you can do about it. And as some people, obviously, we know Ryan personally. Right, and we know a lot of the devs personally. I know, we speak to them in voice. We know that we see them in our streams, play games with them occasionally. So it's different. But some people have no emotional contact, so they do come across as this nasty, like, oh, for fuck's sake, you fucking losers! Like, why the fuck can't you just do a simple stream? Like, but SMS are used to that. They look at Gen Chat every single day. They're used to it. But I saw Balix's post, and I can understand his frustration. But it happened, and that's it. I'm disappointed, but then your adult brain goes, "Oh, okay, fair enough."
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
let's move on.
I mean, it's of course, as Mike said, like, it happens. Whatever, disappointed, yeah, sure, but like, it's not as big as people made it out to be.
No,
like, it's still the only people watching that stream are people who have played the game. It's not new people. You're not exposing yourself to any new crowd, right? Like, sure, they could have had another dev do it, sure, but it probably came out of nowhere, so like, you cannot really blame them.
Yeah.
And obviously, we shouldn't go like to what actually happened, because that's like personal stuff, of course. We know what happened, and it's not something that you just scrub it off, shit like that,
It's one of those things that you have to deal with, and you can't push it. Like, it has to become your forefront priority, like, yeah.
But yeah, if they maybe had a bigger team, they could have just had someone in sub in like right away. But probably no one was ready, so.
Okay. You know what? Empty, are you a mod?
What?
Are you a mod?
For what?
In my Discord? or Twitch.
Don't make
Twitch?
them, man, or everybody's gonna be gone.
I might give you. I want to give you mod just so you can time out that guy. Whoever
That's Meeks. It's Meeks on another account.
Oh, it is?
No,
okay, it's an
That's
instant
Cow.
ban.
That's Cow. That's Cow.
Oh, it's
Cow.
Cow.
Oh, if it's Cow, then ban him. Get
we
rid
leave
of
it,
him.
bro. We leave it, bro. Cow's chill. Cow's chill. We don't need him to make a
What?
28th Twitch account. Okay.
Bro, I will literally send you a DM of him flaming you.
Look at it.
What?
Meeks is like playing dumb. He's on 2 browsers.
No shot. No shot. You know what?
You got Firefox.
If he only flamed me because of my gameplay, don't care. Now if he flamed me because of something like that's obviously just hurtful and uncalled for, like a personality thing, I'm pissed, twaxed. I'm pissed, Cow.
Twaxed?
Yeah.
Fucking twat.
Fucking pissed if it was anything other than gameplay.
Nice. Get him out.
And
Get him out.
that's it. Like immediately. So empty. You know what? Let's make you mod, bro.
Nice.
I give it to you.
I mean, it's
At least for the stream.
easier,
I can't
you know?
guarantee it later.
What if you fought him for pocket of quarters?
The fuck?
I think I made you mod.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Imagine this in the future, because you know there's gonna be an Ed versus Sockcat boxing match. Like, imagine how many pocket of quarters they'll win when whoever wins. You know?
Yeah.
Ooh. Would you watch Easy Ed versus Sockcap Twitch stream? I didn't PM you, stranger. I hope not, Cal. I hope not. If it's about my gameplay, you know what? If it's about my gameplay, though, Cal, you go right ahead. I understand I'm a shitter majority of the time. I'm very aware of that. It's okay. I'm okay with it. And it's fine. Like, I don't care if you BM me about my gameplay. I really don't. Now, if you BM me because I sound like I, talk through my nose or that I'm fat, or like it's true hurtful uncalled for stuff,
Okay,
all
right.
well, we're having a bit of an issue.
He just like lists off all his insecurities, like nobody says that about you, bro.
Well, I say it about myself.
That guy's not
okay, let's move on. I wasn't trying to make this a pity stream, so yeah.
We're collecting quarter donations for
Yes, see, bot mode. See, he supports me. I'm balding. See, he's got it, bro.
Yeah,
he's got me covered. Appreciate that, bot mode. Appreciate you. You're still not getting my credit card information though, no matter how many times you ask. So, yeah. You know what I put down in Act 3? I thought Arma was going to debut. Thought I was going to see his face on the face cam. Didn't, so we're just going to skip that.
Well, he puts his face cam on when he streams. If you really care about what he looks like,
I want to see him stream as a dev. I want to see him.
He'll be on one. He'll be on one of them.
Yeah.
In fact, he may have been on the one with Ryan. You never know.
Maybe. Mad and balding. All right. So, what do I have down? I have why is this a good thing? So.
It's no crypto, it's no nothing. It has nothing to do with actual money. Nobody can the only people that stand to gain from it are basically the pocket of quarters business by bringing everybody into their umbrella. And the more people they can get, eventually, if people start making the decision to not play a game because they're not a part of pocket of quarters, now they've cornered the market and done what they plan to do. But until then, it's just whatever. Unless you're like an actual gamer that plays like 5 different games and you grind them all. But somebody like you is not going to give a shit. But when it comes to tournaments and stuff, they're like, if you can win them, then maybe, you know what I mean? I'll care a lot more about it if it's a symbol of status, If it's like, man, I got 10,000 quarters beating y'all's ass, then maybe that's something we can talk about, kind of like Tree Fitty. If pocket of quarters becomes kind of like the default version of Tree Fitty or whatever, then let's do it.
Cool. What was I trying to say? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, listen. I'm going to be honest. They showed chess today. And I know chess. Everyone loves chess. I do not like chess. I never have. Never will. Probably. I'm kind of a boomer in the sense that I don't know if my opinion can be changed, even if it's a good thing. I don't really like loot crates or chess.
Then guess what? Don't use it. You don't have to.
Yeah, the business model I mean, it's clear as
It's
day.
just like the just
You
chatting,
have to
just
provide
chatting
that
section. You don't have to
type
go
of
and watch the
things.
booby streamers if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I genuinely think it's well done. It has some kinks, some issues, like the fact you
It is
get
well done,
nothing
and
if
I'll
you have
clarify.
everything. Like
Yeah,
the fact you have
I
nothing if you have everything, and you can just open things and you get nothing. Like they should make sure that that is like figured out because some people might have everything. Some people might be like, I'll spend $500 because I'm weird and I have a lot of money, and then they start realizing after like 300 chests, they're getting nothing, and they're gonna be what the fuck.
Yeah, but
No.
yeah, but you could put in like XP boosts and like what if you
Yeah.
put stuff like that in the chest?
well, they
you know,
don't
like
want to do
those
that
are-
because that's predatory.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
That's
You
like
only
saying
want to do that if you literally only care for a few things that you want to get from there, and you're not a collector, I guess.
like
so
exclusive things you can only get from a loot box.
if you wanted those type of things like booster, if you wanted like that XP stuff, it should just be in the store and you buy it with whatever, like orbs or whatever.
you are.
Like yeah, like that should have those type of stuff should because that's what Epic Games did. They put that type of stuff in to pad out the chests because they were cunts, you know. They did it on purpose. They were predators. That mustard guy absolutely ruined the game.
But like,
Donald Mustard.
But even in a game like Fortnite that has like 10,000 gazillion dances and you know whatever else, like if you just offered somebody chests and they could afford to earn like 1 or 2 a night, like eventually you're just gonna quit. I mean, quickly you're gonna just run out of stuff to get, right? Like,
yeah, but that'll happen with anybody who plays something more than the average player, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's just down to you being So I mean, back to the chests themselves. Like, I actually asked Armour the same question 50 times to make sure that I understood it correctly. So I can't be 100% about particular skins like the Indiegogo skins. I didn't ask him about that question, but from my understanding of my questions I asked him is if you spent enough hours of free time, can you unlock absolutely everything skin and hero based in the game? And his answer was yes.
Yeah, but I've read like people have said that about other games, you know, they make that point and then somebody does the math and it's like, yeah, but it takes like 33 years of game time.
Yeah.
That's League of Legends right there.
But it's still a business at the end of the day, so they've got to have they've got to make you play a lot, you know. But 33 years is ridiculous. I
honestly,
understand
do they
that.
really care about how much you play? They just care about how much you spend, right? So it's like Fortnite doesn't care how many games of Fortnite you play, but they just care how much you buy out of the store. Now, obviously, the more games of Fortnite you play, the more you're likely you are to buy things out of the store. But
it's a fine line. It's a fine line of finding that nice balance, and I think that they've introduced it at a good balance, and we'll just see what happens in the future and what they add and what they take away, and you know all that type of stuff. But it's just not because, of course, as you just said, you don't know how quickly you earn this stuff yet.
Yeah.
And they will, and Arm even said with Ed on the stream, he said, and they will be adding more stuff that will allow you to earn stuff. They want you to, unlike other games, they want you to feel like you've played the game. Well done. Here you go. Here's some stuff, you know, as a reward for playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what did somebody say something about levels? I noticed in the chat of maybe the dev streamers.
Yeah. So people were a little upset, but I don't know the implications. Or so if you start at level 1, every time you level up, you're going to get fragments or orbs or whatever. I couldn't remember which currency.
Orbs, the small ones.
Orbs. But if you're like level 300 right now, you get nothing. You don't get any orbs.
Oh, they don't backdate it. Well, I mean, of course they wouldn't. Why would they?
But you do backdate the marks, like the hero marks, the skin marks. For every 10, you get 1 orb.
Okay.
You already have in your bank.
You know what they should just do?
If they backdate the levels, some people would literally have like 500 orbs and just unlock everything, and that would just wouldn't be it.
That would just lose they just lose the monetization. You know what they should do? Make everyone level 1.
Well, go on, tell us.
That would
God, no.
No.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you right now, people who are like high level would be pissed at that.
They would quit because that's all they have to show for all their like people like the Drizzle with like a level
400,
700 account or something like that. It's like,
Yeah, he's nearly 500.
Yeah, so like, but I should also have an account about that high. If all my playtime wasn't split amongst so many accounts, I would.
You trying to say you've got like lots of alts?
I mean, yeah, but they were against my will. Like they were all under my name. They weren't really alts.
Is that when Baron von Platte was banning you?
They were all under my name. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, even I've been a little salty about like I don't give a shit about like my stats or anything, but it's like when I get into a game and they're like, you're level 36 or something, like they don't know me. And I'm
what a boost reminds me of? You know that Drake song that goes, started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking it. That song? That's a booster. Yeah. That's a booster.
And I kept it real from the jump.
Absolutely. Homie had 28 alt accounts, and he's reformed. He's a new man.
Yeah, he's still the same person, but
yeah. Oh, look at this A&W. If you guys don't know what A&W is, it's because you're not Canadian. So, yeah. So what's the next point there, folks? So we got the chess. Not a big fan.
Well, real quick, you were gonna say something about stream fights or whatever. Didn't you say something like who would watch it and all that stuff? I mean,
who would win in a 1v1 boxing match? Easy Ed or Sockcap?
Yeah, I remember that's what we were talking about.
Are we talking strict rules or like street rules?
Like we're saying,
I just got Easy Ed, bro, all day, like because he actually.
I think if it's strict,
it works out.
I think if it's street rules, then Sock wins. Like knuckle boxing. Because he's dirty.
Yeah, but I just feel like when it comes to fighting and stuff, like nobody ever thinks about the cardio side of it. So like,
Ed's super. Because one thing people don't realize, Ed's super like sporty. Like plays baseball.
He works out every day and all that stuff. So it's like when they say go and they meet in the middle, yeah, they'll both push each other one time in the face.
Sock's just in the middle of the ring, just going.
Now, I think Sock's dead after 10 seconds. You know what I mean? And Ed's gonna be able to bring it for like 20 seconds, and that's all it needs to win. Like. Because it's not going to be a battle of skill because they're both at the same level. It's like two brand new vault players. Like who's going to win? Yeah, well, if one of them can only play for 10 minutes, then the other guy's definitely going to win.
See, I think you guys are. I agree, but I think you're not considering the intangibles enough. Sockcap is a person that works at a shit plant that is literally your stereotypical
he could just turn into a monster.
Southerner that drinks a lot of beer. This man was
built... puts that shit under his lip.
Southerner.
He was built from...
you mean Ed?
No, Sockcap
is not no, yeah, but he's not a typical Southerner.
Yeah. Oh, no.
He was.
Yeah.
In his young days, he was.
He was. So, we're talking about when you bring in those intangibles, Sockcap is just built to fight. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, there's an age difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sockcap's older.
His personality,
way older. That Sock is so old.
The only thing you have to worry about is like he might actually like get hit and then he reaches in his belt and pulls out a knife and stabs Ed. Like that's a possibility.
Whoa!
Ed's like, this is a fair fight. Like we're just here to do community fight, and like they're banging, and then Sock's like
they're banging.
You know what I mean? They're banging, dude. They're hooking and jabbing. Boom. Sock pulls out like a freaking who knows? You know what I mean?
Boom! Yeast infection.
He pulls out their restraining order.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Restraining orders them, and then Ed can't even talk about it or anything.
Whenever say restraining order empty, it always makes me think of the FBI, and I'm not entirely sure why.
Because they're related, bro.
Yeah, they're related.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Female body and
All right, next point.
Yeah, so next point, this is an empty point, so you guys can roast him. Renting system, merging system, sacrificing system. Okay, renting's awesome. Don't know what merging and sacrificing is. So, Yeah.
Sacrificing is when I jump into a tower and die, I should get some sort of credit for like the worth that my death had, bro.
So you
Sometimes
should
I
pull up
die, but
patch
people think
notes.
it's.
I feel like
I
you
know
were
it's not
way
what
off with that one, Abusa.
No.
Yeah, I think he's referring to in-game.
So we are not referring to that. You should pull up patch notes, go to renting and merging.
I feel like that was so far off, by the way, Abusa, that we might need an exclamation point social cues in the chat for that one.
I'm gonna mute myself for a little while and I'll be back.
If you can pull up the patch notes.
Yeah, I got them.
Scroll down to merging and renting. And sacrificing it's not listed there, but it is when you use these fragments to boost up your chances to getting more rewards or different types of rewards from the chest that you're opening. So those are the 3 points. Okay. It's 3 systems within the crates, within like the crate stuff.
Okay,
so the sacrificing system. So from what I get from that empty is like you sacrifice shards to try and get something else. Yeah.
Yes, you sacrifice like a shard of like Boris and emotes. Like you sacrifice 3 Boris emotes because you just hate the champ. You don't want to fucking use him in your life.
Yeah, and I think they've done it as you said. They've done it well because. So you can't get. So if you sacrifice Boris shards, you can't get Boris shards.
No, you can.
No, you can't. No,
you can.
So Arma said if you put like, for example, 2 Boris shards and a twin shard in there.
Oh, you might not get it from that chest.
From that particular chest. Yeah, exactly. From that particular chest, you won't return those type of shards.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want them.
Yeah, but you will get on the next chest. There is. That you can still get it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Unless you've already got all of the skins.
So what do fragments give?
Or the
do
hero
they give skins?
Yeah,
is that what it is? Or do they give heroes?
There's skin fragments and hero fragments.
Okay, so there's 2 different kind of fragments. So 3
well,
fragments.
There's like 5 different fragments.
Well, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Oh, so fragments are just marks. Same thing.
Yes, but you only need 3 of the same fragments to actually unlock the thing, and you can use one of the fragments to loan one of the things for 24 hours. Okay. So, you pick to choose it for 24 hours. If you like it, you'll try to grind for those fragments again, but you do lose that fragment in the meantime.
There's 5.
I got a question.
Skin, emotes, heroes.
Why can't I get 3 emotes fragments, and why can't I get the Abusa and It's Mike avatar in game?
Dude.
Soon TM.
What are they slacking? I'm trying to.
I would be. I mean, that's funny you say that because I've had so many people like come to my stream and be like, "Yo, we want to fly your flag or whatever."
Look, so we've got to be businessmen about this. We can't just give it away, dude. We got to make.
I would assume
No, Boosie, you got this all wrong, bro. This is your chance to make money.
I would just hate for. Oh, you mean kind of like a
Yeah, I buy your avatar. SMS takes 70% of it. You take 30% of it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, no, I don't even care about the money. So I'm just saying, like, some people just want to like rep their favorite streamer or whatever and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like Twisted Bliss, but like I get that you don't want to tribalize your community, you know.
I personally would assume that if they were to give partner stuff, it would be a different chest, because if you mix that in with the normal badge, it would be it wouldn't fit in. It wouldn't make sense. You know how Smite, I don't know if you guys played Smite, but Smite does it where there's different chests and each chest has a different pool. Pretty much, and that's how it should work. It would make way more sense, because I feel like partner stuff shouldn't be in the same like pool of all the like normal skins.
No, they shouldn't. They should be in their own pool. That's for sure.
Yeah,
because they are like an extension of the item shop.
And if they add more chests, they would have like Halloween chests. They would have Christmas chests, stuff like that for different events, which would open up them to like
seasonal partner events.
They could have battle pass fucking chests down the line. It would be better for like their own monetization as well.
Awesome. I see Ray. He had a good explanation. He made it very crystal clear. I'm telling you, he's the best for that stuff. Whenever he somehow makes everything just sound eloquent. I don't know how he does it. And yeah. Okay, so we got chess.
I think it's really well done, by the way.
I think it's pretty good.
The one thing, the two things I hate is one of them, it doesn't tell you when you have all of them, so you just get nothing, which I already said. And the other one is if you have one of those fragments, for example, if I have one of the crunchy emotes, like as a fragment, I have 1 out of 3. It doesn't reduce the price if I just wanted to buy it outright from the main shop.
Oh, it doesn't
Like,
reduce
I
it.
feel like if I have one of the fragments, it should cut the price by 1/3.
By 1/3, 33%. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're missing out. They're not doing that, and I guarantee you that many people will want it. So
yeah. Oh no, if it makes sense.
So soon TM.
Like soon TM. Yeah, you can see them right now. Armadillo's taking down notes while he's listening to the stream. Going, yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, you know it.
It's his job.
Yeah. Okay, so we got that. So we got chess. We got should you get reduced? Yeah, you just mentioned that. Can you get fragments of exclusive skins like the epic Astro Gideon skin and Indiegogo skin?
Well, this is why we need Armor to answer. Hopefully he's listening. So my understanding was the Indiegogo, no. Because the point of Indiegogo was you were like the first to help. Like no one should be able to get that skin apart from the people that put money in really, really early, right?
Listen, I was one of the 7 or 9 people, whatever it was, that got the TV Twin Blast skin. So
I've got it.
and somehow how'd you get it?
He's so mad about
how'd you
that,
get
though,
it?
dude.
Yeah, did you pay? Were you an early
He's
backer
so-
back
he's
in
so mad
2018?
that he had all that.
I wasn't. No, one of my viewers was, and he went, "I don't want this. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah."
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I don't know. You might be right, but you like as long as they say exclusive, that's it. You know, I'm only one of like 7 people, probably only one or 2 that
I would.
play the game, so.
Yeah, anybody. That's why I'm saying I don't think. Yeah, it's not my partner tag that got at me. I genuinely have an Indiegogo tag because I gave it to Jacko in the original, and he had to apply the code to my account.
Ah, nice.
But going back to it, so Armor, can you confirm that the Indiegogo skins will not be obtainable in the cores and chests?
It's only 1 Gideon and 1 TV skin.
what about the Halloween event stuff? The Christmas event?
Well, I assume that'll just come around every Halloween, right? You'll just
I would assume so, yeah. But I'm just throwing the question out there.
I mean, it's a part of the Indiegogo. Like, in it says these are exclusive. They will only be given out to Indiegogo people, so they'd be like breaking their own.
Okay, so I'm just confirmed at the moment. Indiegogo will not be part of the free stuff.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
But the epic Astro Gideon, like for example, yes, it will. I've been told that will be. You could get that eventually.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, I would love to pay for like the snow skin, the Christmas skin they had for the map. I would love to pay for that, and actually, I would use that every time I played the game. Is that winter map? I think it's just better. I think it looks better.
I feel like on like a.
But you also
Christmas
don't use dark
event-
mode.
Whoa,
That's
whoa!
true.
Don't tell them that. It's in dark mode right now. What do you mean?
I feel like in like a Christmas event, since the Christmas skins are
See?
still in there, like because they are right. The Christmas skin are part of the main pool.
Yeah.
In the normal chest, I feel like they should have a higher odds chance of getting it, so people can like save orbs, save chest, and just open them on Christmas if they want to have better odds on getting those particular skins.
Nice.
I feel like that would be pretty neat.
That'd be pretty.
I don't know if they thought about it or not, but I feel like that would be pretty neat.
Okay, and what's this? VFX for tier 4 skins only. VFX for emotes, moving avatars. Oh, so this gets into the debate of what is a T4 skin and what isn't a T4 skin. But basically, are we gonna have an animated skin? So like, there's one animated Gideon skin that was from Paragon, that's currently in Fault. That would be considered a T4 skin. It's the pirate Gideon skin.
And the answer is yes. It's already in this next patch.
Oh my god!
Which comes out in 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, if you scroll to the bottom of the patch notes, the very bottom.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought we were on patch notes. Hang on.
Well,
Bye, Ed. There we go.
Yeah, get rid of him. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a list of all of the skins that have now had their own animations.
Nice. Toxic Countess. Ooh, what a name. She is very toxic. Polar
No,
Ops
forget about
Force.
those skins. Just scroll to the bottom. Oh, is it not on this page? Where is it? Maybe it's a bit further up.
There, I'm looking.
Oh no, a bit further up. It's above the skins. Sorry, it's above the skins. And it says like Undertow Gideon in brackets. Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Were you not watching?
No, I wasn't. I was sorry, setting up stream.
Oh, there you go. These are more park for you then. So yeah, all that list, they've all got their own. They said that the Gideon queue wasn't working great, so they've just not put it in for now, but they will put it in when it's fixed.
Okay. The heavy armor one was pretty boring, but this one was amazing. Like amazing.
Somebody did. I saw somebody talk about it in Ed's stream that the Rain of Arrows. It does need to be cleaned up a little bit because there are arrows going outside of the circle, and it can't do that.
I told them about it. Apparently, it's the VFX, but they should just clean the VFX.
They will need to clear it because competitively, you need to know what you're standing in and what you're not.
Nice. So I
think they should increase the arrows there is in the AOE actually because it's not even visual. Like there's not really good visuals on it either. So I think they need to look at it like multiple.
It's a great start, yeah, and they do need to look into it, yeah.
Brand new.
Yeah, and you can see here they also added you can change your name in game. Wow! So you no need to buy Smurfs; you can just play the game and do it.
But the disclaimer: currently you've got your name, yeah. If you rename, your name is now up for grabs.
No way.
Yeah.
They don't hold on to your old previous name.
No, of course they don't, because you've just decided you don't want it anymore.
Oh my gosh! That's
so be careful if you want to do that. Maybe have an alt account that you don't give a shit about. You know.
I do feel like they should have a system like Steam where it shows your previous names.
They should. Sony has a system like that too.
Because also I hope there's a timer on it. Because
somebody watches you on stream, they're like, "Woo, yoink!"
Yeah, imagine just pulling up stream and you're like, "Ooh, I'm playing against this guy. He changes his name next game." He changes his name again and just keeps changing it every game. And
ran into Ganker Girl, huh?
But it would cost him 10,000 every time, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like it's free. It's gonna cost you.
That's true.
But you'll be surprised. There's people with a lot of matter and coins.
I have like almost 1 million matter, so.
Right, stop showing off, dude.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, that was the big point I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of is that if you change your name, it will become available to somebody else.
I was gonna cyber squat it and then hold it hostage.
They could.
Ray, there's no way. There's a whole
100%. 100%.
So people are actually sitting there waiting to grab a rare name or like a really cool name, like
then they sell the account.
Yeah, they do that. They do that in web domains all the time.
Yeah, it happens in multiple games, not just League. But of course, the games that are like even more playable, not playable, that have more players. Hell yeah, you're just gonna get more money if you get a rare name.
Wow! All right, folks, I'm selling the It's Mike gamer tag for $5 right now. I'm taking it.
Are you never gonna get it?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll catch you slacking one day, Mike.
We'll see.
I'll catch you slacking one day, Mike. All right. This skin's pretty cool. Dark Side Gideon. What's this called? Dark Side. Epic Astro. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Dark Gideon and Dark Side Gideon, I guess. Kind of weird names.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so what they did is, which Arma said is, so obviously the Epic Games exclusive one is the black and white one.
Yeah.
The red one they've thrown that in so that if you wanted to play that style of skin, you've got that on the Steam. I don't think it's Steam exclusive, but you have that to play, right?
Okay.
So that people who want to play on Steam don't feel completely left out.
I'll be honest, I hate recolors.
But those recolors are better than the original.
I'll be honest, I feel like if you have the main skin, you should just be able to like buy the recolors. Like
yeah, that would be sick.
Like I hate recolors. I hate how it clutters the show. It's just people like the devs will tell you like, but we want different tiers, but I'm just not a fan.
So, and I also just want to take a moment while we're here. I really am happy that SMS took the time to show us old gameplay. Just to show us where he came from. You know, Falseway made it a long way. So, let's just take a moment to appreciate it.
Okay, we appreciate it. Nice. That was great. Really great
No,
stuff.
MG, you stop?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. While you're appreciating that, Empty, look at the bottom of the thing, and it says Uncle. Shout out to Mike and Abusa, not to Empty.
Yeah. I was gonna get to that as soon as we.
Who said
were
this?
there.
Wait, what does it say? Wait,
Look
where?
at the bottom
your
of
document.
the Google Doc. Look at the Encore, Abusa. There's no Empty.
Yeah, this thing is pretty.
Oh no,
strange.
sorry. No, that was an accidental mistake. Hang on, I'm gonna write one more
Accident.
note. Game, stream producer. Stream producer. Stream. All right, there you go.
Yeah, I hate this guy.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
I hate this guy.
You know, you gotta the
The
credits,
video's
right?
not playing anymore, by the way.
The credits. It's all about the credits, Empty, right?
It's fine. We can skim through these last ones anyway, because me and Empty are gonna go to bed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for this new patch, huh? So the new patch drops in 30 minutes, eh?
Toxicity.
Hell yeah.
Toxicity. Obviously, you're getting hardware banned in 30 minutes. So good luck to you.
Yeah.
Love.
So
See ya in
well,
another game.
it depends. Okay, so obviously now that he knows that's in place, he won't push the boundaries as much because somebody actually whispered me in the Ed stream and actually asked me to clarify it a bit more. And so toxicity isn't just calling somebody, oh my god, dude, that play was shit. That's not toxicity. That's not a bannable level of toxicity. You know, I'm not even going to mention it, but we already know what level is like bannable. You know, so as long as people just kind of chill out a bit and just a bit, the people aren't just going to get hardware banned just because they called somebody shit or they ran down 1 or 2 games. But that isn't going to happen. It just isn't.
No.
The word toxic is blown out of proportion. It's that hot word that people love to use. Toxic.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
I
so
hate that.
toxic. Oh, you're so... Fuck off, dude. Like, that's not toxic.
Yeah.
But
I
it's a
love
coin.
when
It's a
Mike goes on
coin.
about
It's
this
a...
topic.
It's... I hate it. I'm an old man and I hate it, you know?
I'm with you.
There's a
I'm
difference
with you.
between being toxic and just being a dick.
Yes, there is.
And, you know, you're going to upset people and it's okay to be offended. Like, that's the end. That's my, I'm not going to go into it any further. Otherwise, I'm going to get pretty heated. So, but yeah. So, people don't need to fear the hardware ban. You're not just going to get hardware banned just because you said one thing nasty. Like, they don't care that much, right? You've really got to go out of your way to get yourself banned.
Yeah, you do. You really do. Like, really do. Sorry, guys. That's every time I open up Twitch, you're hearing different sounds. It's pretty nice.
But most of the toxicity comes from the lower skilled players. Seriously, the bronze players are the most toxic players.
Yeah.
And it's because as you just mentioned, is the skill gap difference. It causes tension. It's always going to cause tension when you've got people of different opinions and think a game should be played in a different manner. You're gonna get this disagreement, which can turn nasty sometimes.
Who gets to review the bans? I think it's just the support mods at the moment. I think it's almost 99%
I think
of
it's
them are
mainly Platy.
platypus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Platy, if they get a lot of players with good marketing, if they do good marketing, Platy's just gonna get hammered, bro.
Yeah. He's gonna be working 16 hours a day.
just PayPal him $5 here and there, and he'll forget about it.
Yeah. All right. Okay, and what do we got? So we got that. We got a few last things to mention. So everyone, we're coming to a close, but we want to mention.
Wait! You missed out on the last part of our Act 3. Hello.
What is
last
that?
point?
I don't see it.
Read it.
Was the stream boring you and or not hype enough? Okay, yeah, so that's the end of it. Yeah.
No, read the brackets.
Hang on. Let me pull it up for everyone to see. So, Was the stream boring enough and not hype enough? Okay.
Read the end part.
No, wait, hang on. Wait, hang on, sorry.
This you're fucking up.
Hang on. Oh, shout out Mike and Abusa? Yeah, okay. Okay, guys. So, obviously, you see someone out wants us to tell him how.
There's somebody who carried the stream. He didn't talk very much.
Yeah. One time I asked you a question and you didn't answer me.
He was just gone.
That
Mike's
literally-
like,
that
"Oh,
did
that's a great
happen."
opinion."
That's a great opinion, Empty. Real nice. Real nice of me, yeah.
Mike doesn't miss a beat, bro.
Yeah.
Mike will roast your ass
Alright,
in a split second.
So, folks, we just want to come to an end. We just want to talk about a few more things. And what I wanted to say there is, what do you guys think about this? So we're not sure what we are thinking about doing it more often, and we're not sure what that's going to look like. But we know we wanted to give it a shot. And I did this in the past, and I loved it. I brought Mike on at the time, brought Empty on at the time as a guest. And this is like, me personally, this is my passion, and I really wanted to bring it to them. And I want to know, what does the stream feel? Would you guys listen to this if we did this again in a few weeks? And would you listen to it every 2 weeks or so, or every month, or every week, whatever it may be? And yeah, and every time we'd have more stuff to talk about. Obviously, bring on guests, you know. And I'll say it. Let me do this just for you, just for you. All right. I want you to listen to me. Meeks 2K. Sorry, I'm kind of fading in and out here.
If
I would if I said his name as well.
If next time we do one, you're invited. Okay.
Now you're gonna upset Reverb as well.
You're
Hey,
invited.
Can I just know when you get Meeks, get Reverb in and let me know when that's happening, so I just skip that one.
You're gonna call in sick.
Oh,
I just gonna skip that one.
Gaming Goose, we're already talking about the Empty reveal. It is going to happen, whether he likes it or not. So you just got to stay tuned. It will happen. And
yeah, well, like Ray says, and that's the point, Ray. Is this isn't going to be a weekly thing. We were looking at it as a when there's big news to talk about. So it's going to be super casual on there's not going to be like every Friday where like the partner poll, because that's what the style that they like to do.
Yeah. We'll do it when we have content and when we can align our times. And it's going to be, at the moment, it's going to be mostly focused on Fault, because obviously that's the public game to play, but we're hoping to expand it to all the Paragon Zombie games once we have more public info and all that stuff that we can go on to about, right? So, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ray, if you want to leak any information, then we're all ears.
That's what we're looking for. What we're calling it, folks, is we're calling it Cutting to the Core. Shout out to Bren. He came up with the name. He's beautiful. He's awesome. And Meeks, you're invited. And we got a few more points, folks. You know who they are. We got Abusa. Abusa TV. Sweet Christmas. We got Abusa TV. If you don't know what his Twitch is, it's there in the chat. Make sure you send him a follow. Make sure you send him a sub. We got It's Mike, you know, the legend himself, the first master player to ever play in Paragon, the first European to ever stream, the first person to discover North America. It's Mike.
Got a pocket full of zingers.
Yeah.
World champion. Don't forget that.
World champion, absolutely. He was playing in mid lane on Think Twice. Yeah, forget Shinx exists.
It was jungle. It was jungle.
It was jungle. Oh, okay. Right. It was jungle. And of course we got to shout out our homie, the godfather of Fault, Empty. Do you guys want to say anything?
I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. I want to see this new content. Yeah.
Abusa will be streaming. Tonight.
Alex, second.
I'll be streaming tonight. I'll be streaming as soon as I get this thing downloaded and whatnot. We're going live. So
and there's one more. There's one more thing I want to talk about. Ed, are you sure you're not available, bro, for 30 seconds? I'm DMing him right now.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do a 12-hour Fault stream, but clearly the draft screen says otherwise, so I'm not gonna be Streaming fault. No, when I get last pick every fucking time.
All right. We're just gonna wait. I'm just gonna give it like 30 seconds, see if Easy Ed's there or not, and if not, I'll just announce it.
What do you mean? Oh, we see. Yeah. But no,
Yeah.
I had fun.
Yeah.
I had fun.
Easy Ed, come
yeah.
voice chat for 30 seconds. While we're waiting, I'll try to find someone to raid while I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
you
Ed.
need to add him for him to join.
Okay, I'm doing
Against
it right
any
now.
kind of
I'm
experienced
doing it.
opponents.
You
As soon as they
clearly
realize
don't
that one
know
of
how-
us,
you're like Ed V2. Just
Hang
Canadian.
on. Don't worry. We'll get there.
Nice.
Somebody
Yeah,
walk
he's
in.
in
Here we
here.
go.
All right,
Oh,
folks. So,
fuck.
Drop a fucking bomb on us, bro.
get ready for this, folks. Get ready for this.
Drop the bomb on us.
Me and Easy Ed were talking, and since we're going in free to play, what is this import? Well, you should have tuned in, and maybe you would have known. So, August 21st. It is a Sunday. I don't work that Sunday. Me and Easy Ed are looking at hosting a tournament. We're going to be calling it the Easy Tournament. We're looking to do the pocket of quarters thing, and we're looking to hold $1,000 prize pool. I can guarantee it's going to be 500. I can't guarantee it'll be 1,000, but that's what we're aiming for.
Ed's Aircon Company must be doing
Yeah,
well.
it'll be pre-made teams. We went back and discussed it back and forth. There's going to be pre-made teams. I know everyone wants a chance to play, but you can't have a competition without it being pre-made teams, right?
Yep.
And we're going to host it. We're going to see if we can make it big, large, and all that stuff. And it'll be on Fault. So you better get your grind in August 21st. We'll give you more details. We got so much. Listen, please import. If I see you on Fault, it would make me very happy. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I don't know if Ed wants to say anything, but
No, you nailed it, dude. You nailed it.
there you
Brought
go.
him in here, and then you drop the bomb.
We're calling it the
Yeah.
Easy Tournament. You know how it is. It's going to be hosted on Easy Ed's Discord. If you don't know what his Discord is, I don't either.
Is it classed as an NA or an EU tournament?
It's going to be an NA one, I would assume. Just because I feel like most people are NA, and
no.
This being the first one, something that I'm a little bit more familiar
You know what?
with.
I didn't think about that. I would like it to be. Could we do it like a bit of both, right? Like, could we start it in the morning? Yeah. So like people like a gamer wakes up, like the NA gamers wake up at 10 a.m. So it's 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. for the EU people, and then it ends at like midnight for EU, and then ends at like 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. for.
Yeah,
NA.
I mean we'll figure it out with the best.
Right.
We have a month to get there, so.
Yeah. And the thing is you might have to play on EU servers, but we'll see how it works. We'll figure that one out. Yeah. There's a way Game Battles used to do it to make sure that it was fair for everyone, but for the majority, so we'll try to figure that out. Okay, and who do you guys think we should host? Who do we host? There's only 4 people to choose from.
I can't see.
Window.
Yadu?
Hell yeah.
All right, Windu. Don't tell him, but we're going. We're going to get a little bit of music going.
And spam it as the new partner panel, dude.
Right.
We'll see y'all next time.
And
we're going to be back.
And to end this stream, we'll end it on the most meme Twitch song you'll ever hear.
Oh, God.
Ed's gone. He's like, fuck that shit. I'm not listening to it.
He's like, here we go. Ed's like, nah, that's it.
Oh shit, I didn't get slash rates. Not today, Bill. It's not today.
What's up, North?
Hey, what a flippy flap, though. This is Stranger of Big Moose. We're here with Empty Abusa and It's Mike. Make sure you leave him a follow. Thank you for tuning in to Cutting to the Core, Episode 1. We'll be doing Episode 2 sometime in the future, so stay tuned to all our socials to find out more. And I'll see you. Thank you for tuning in.
Big.
Alright, that's it. Oh shit, I didn't end the stream yet.